Hey, good evening, everybody. We're up to chapter 53 of the Ute and Slug campaign. Recap from last time. One big thing that happened, you guys finally got your second conch. You managed to defeat the Thane Calithica of the Stone Giants of Deadstone Cleft and wrest from her the second conch that you guys needed to transport all of the party to Maelstrom. So after having gotten the conch, you linked up with your buddies at the airship back in Loudwater and said, yeah, well, you know what? We're going to go head off to Everland. You guys just keep hanging out here and giving rides to the population, and we'll we'll call you when we need you. So yeah, you guys just basically use the teleportation network to jump right from Loudwater to back to Everland. And with a little bit of minimal preparation, you guys really weren't sure what you were going to be in for, but you figured, well, let's go for it. So you blew the conches and transported yourself to somewhere new and completely different. You don't have any idea where you are presently, but you appeared in basically a very large. Let me see if I can pull up the description again. It was a large chamber, and there was a description. Moist walls covered with bioluminescent lichen, snails, starfish, and barnacles.
Moist.
Yeah, the night was very moist. You appeared atop a glowing glyph carved into the floor of what looked to be some sort of an alcove in the northeast corner of a rough-hewn chamber. Yeah, you see tiny, harmless crabs crawling across the floor, avoiding the sigil where you guys appeared. And you guys hear music not too far away, coming from not too far away. A powerful female voice accompanied by the deep, haunting tones of a masterfully played pipe organ. It seems to be coming from a spiral staircase on the opposite side of this chamber that leads up to another area. There are also a few a few passages leading out of the chamber that you're in. And I think it's probably simplest if I just move you guys over to that map right now. Because you are now in Maelstrom. And as usual for these these giant layers, it's a pretty big scale, so you'll have to kind of zoom yourself out.
Crikey.
And yes, you can probably find where you're at. 1 square equals 10 feet, which I believe...
We found the purple corporate headquarters.
Yes, you are. Let me just verify the scale's right. I forgot to check that. It's not, actually. I don't know if it matters.
So,
but...
Paul, I did not see the elementals as objects to drag on for my shape change.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get the email I didn't get a list of which ones they were. If you need one, okay. I will bring one over.
Okay, sounds good.
I just won't have it. It won't be kitted for you as far as, because I can't remember what abilities you guys, or what shape changes take place. Let's see. Because I am just going to quickly reset the scale on this because I just checked it and it's wrong.
Wrong.
Let's try that. There we go. Okay, now 1 square should equal about 10 feet. So, yes, so you can see there's a passage leading off to the north, one off to the east. There's one that leads to some sort of an alcove to the south, large pool in the, not quite the center, but lower portion of the hall, and then the spiral staircase leading up from which this beautiful music seems to be coming. Otherwise, you see no other creatures than these tiny little crabs wandering around.
Well, so I was thinking about this. Anyways, it's Sarissa is the...
Go home!
I was thinking that we should have one of our shapeshifters transform into some sort of small bird or something that's around here and go do a recon of the place, see if they can see any of the friendly daughter, and just kind of get the lay of the land while the rest of us like go someplace and like jump into a Leoman's tiny hut and kind of lay low until our recon comes back.
Well, are there birds here, or would
Or
that?
some sort of a flying creature that would not seem out of place. I don't know.
I would agree with
Yeah.
Dave. Until I see something, that might be like, what the hell's a bird doing here?
Okay.
Kill
Right.
it. And do we even know that? I don't know. Yeah,
Just a thought.
I
this
mean,
is purple. What the hell?
what
is
are we?
This is purple.
What are we trying
It's
to do
Prince's
here?
mansion.
Yeah, but
So,
I mean,
according to what we
Ah.
learned, Sarissa, the one daughter of Hekaton, might be friendly to the small folk like her mother was. The other two daughters,
Okay.
Mirren and Nim, are the ones that probably deposed him, and we don't want to tangle with them. We need to find someone friendly here, because if we pop out and a bunch of storm giants see a bunch of little folk, we're going to get smushed.
right. I mean, I like the recon. It's worked for us before.
But to
so-
Paul's point, they may see a bird and say, "Kill it!"
Well,
So
well,
Right.
right
But-
away, what I'll do then is I will cast
We
Pass Without Trace.
that'll help.
So everybody gets a +10 to their
Yeah.
stealth checks.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of these little crabs. Can they turn into one of these
I
crabs
have
and walk around?
Krebs with me. I could send him out to scout.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to roll for
Krebs!
damage for Krebs.
Well, if he dies, he just comes back. It's not. Easy.
Yeah, it's kind of a silly mechanic, so I don't worry about it too much. But yeah, you do still have Krebs. He's like, "Hey, there's my brother."
Well, I'd be willing to change into something like that, right? Let's do this. I think we use Krebs. I think that's a great idea. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
And remind me again, Tim, what sensory capabilities you have through him?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So hold on. Within 100 feet of me, he could telepathically communicate with me and cast touch spells that I can cast touch spells through him.
Well, 100 feet isn't going to last very long in this
No,
huge
but
Yeah,
place.
right.
I don't even think that would span the room that you're in. I'd double
But I could
check.
have him go around corners and check stuff and just see what's there.
Barely. But
Yeah, I think.
yeah,
we're
I mean,
around
it's
40.
it's one thing to be able, you'd be able to cast spells through him, but I didn't know if you could still at least communicate, or if you actually could see and hear through him. That's the more critically what I was wondering.
I can see and hear through him.
But is it range dependent?
What
yeah, it is
about-
100 feet.
Okay, yeah.
What about him doing this spider thing? He's done the spiders in the past.
Well, I could cast a spell. I could cast invisibility and follow him.
Yeah, but you cast invisibility and just walk around too.
Yeah, that's true.
Can somebody just go look around a corner? I mean,
Yeah.
sitting here-
Yeah,
We're
Like-
level 10, right?
like this.
I'll go do it. I'm gonna go look
Yeah.
around this corner.
I'm sorry, which corner are you
right
talking?
there.
Oh, okay. So you head down there.
That
All
one
right.
right there.
Let's see. The hallway to the east. Blah 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 blah. I still have not
I'm gonna
mastered the
channel-
damn keyboard.
channel the
commands.
inner Kyle. Why are we just sitting around here talking about this? We're gonna fuck it up anyway.
Hallway to the east
Well.
ends at a looks like it's life-size statue of a female storm giant holding a harp and wearing a gown of purple coral. There are doors to. I'm not sure how clear those were. There are doors to the
That's-
south.
That's the queen.
Each door looks like it's made of iron-bound oak, measuring 15 feet tall by 7 feet wide.
Did you use
Holy
the
shit.
new door placer for that?
They what?
Roll20 has a new door placement thing.
No, this is all drawn on the
Oh,
map
okay. In the
already.
original. Okay. Just curious.
No, yeah, I haven't customized these maps beyond the adventure.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go over to here and I'm going to send Krebs 100 feet up.
Okay, so
up
you
to
approach the north hall. Let me just zoom out a little bit here. Okay, that. Let me just get the right Oops. That is another hallway heading to the north. Statue at the end of that hall looks like it depicts a Maelstrom giant blowing a pink and blue conch shell. Giant-sized doors to either side of the statue.
Okay.
So these are giant-sized doors, and these are like normal
Yeah, the ones to the
humanoid
well,
sized
they're
doors.
they're 7 feet wide and 15 feet tall. The giant-sized doors. Hang on, I just look up the doors
These look
of
bigger.
giant-sized doors throughout Maelstrom. They're 30 feet tall and made of barnacle-covered stone with rusty iron hinges. Handles are 13 feet above the floor. And yeah, so those are the giant-sized doors. They're much bigger, like they're 30 feet tall. The other ones
Oh, okay.
are actually smaller. They're 15 feet tall
And
and
this,
7 feet wide.
and over here on the other side, that's a spiral staircase that goes up.
Yes, that is a a spiral staircase leading up, and from it seems to be where the music that you're hearing.
Music is
It's coming
coming from. Okay.
As you listen, actually the music comes to an end, and you hear like what sounds like polite applause before it starts back up again.
I think if we sneak around and try and hide, I don't know. I just think that they're going to take that offense and just kick the shit out of us.
If we
Personally.
skulk about,
If we skulk about, yeah.
but if we run into the wrong sisters, they may smash us try and smash us anyway.
And, I mean, yeah, we have the means to travel here, so I mean it shows intention already.
Yeah,
Do you want to see if we can travel back?
I'll just paste that into the chat so we can remember.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea. I mean, yeah, how the hell do we get out of here? You know, that's the other question.
I say we're here for we're in.
I mean, we have Samrel's thing. We might be able to escape through that, correct? Technically, possibly.
Yeah. Well, Serenio, you can go invisible. Could you go up the spiral staircase and
Why don't I
peek
just-
up and see what's up
Well,
there?
then I just send
Yeah.
Krebs up the stairs.
Or
to the
send
limit
Krebs
and
up,
see
yeah.
what he can see.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's get an idea of what's up
Okay,
there.
I s-
Is it
I
a
send 'em up
crap
the
ton of
stairs.
storm giants or?
Okay, this will take.
Send him on a scuttle.
Give me a second for this. I've got to find Krebs again.
Krebs.
Oh, where is he? I don't have it. I don't remember what map he was on.
We could send Samrel because he's so awesome at
Krebs is just
diffusing
a regular
tension
shark.
for us.
I mean, regular shark. A regular crab.
Shark.
I got it. He's
I thought I
just
had a
crab.
token for this at one point, but I can't remember where it is.
You did. You had a Krebs token at one point.
Yeah, where it is, though, I don't know where it went to because I don't see it next to you. And I don't have it. It starts with it's spelled with a K, right? Kreb?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
For whatever reason, I must have deleted the.
Save Krebs.
All right, well, I can.
He probably forgot Krebs in some dungeon.
No.
Just a regular crab, so. Oh, come on. What am I going to do to make it appear on the map? Here we go. Okay. Oh, it did appear. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just making this so that you guys can see. Token. Okay, so you're just gonna send him up the stairway?
Yeah, if he gets to 100 feet, he'll have to stop and come back. But I'll have him go up the spiral staircase, see if he can see the next floor and what there might be there.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to move you to the next level map. So you can see him within 100 feet, correct?
Yes.
Let's see how tall this spiral staircase is. Doesn't say in that area. It probably says somewhere very detailed in another area altogether of this adventure. It's so big.
I mean, it probably says what the ceiling is for this.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
that's what I was
mean,
trying
it'd
to
be
look
that
up.
high.
Okay, well, that doesn't say much. It says what the ceiling's stronghold has slick, rough-hewn walls that don't offer a lot of handholds. Okay, that's the walls. What about the ceiling? I'm going to assume that it's like 50 feet tall, because I don't see another area that describes its height under the general features. And the doors themselves, I know, are 30 feet tall because they're giant size. So I'm going to assume that the ceilings would be 40 or 50 feet. Either way, though, that should still be within range, even if he goes up this spiral staircase. So I'm going to move you to that map, that level. And what he sees is another
Holy crap!
area.
Holy crap!
Holy crap.
Holy crabs!
Holy crabs.
Holy shit balls!
A great hall. Split into a couple of different levels. There's a 15-foot high raised ledge that hugs the walls to the north and east, with gently sloping ramps leading up to it. Acoustics here are excellent. Barnacle-covered pillars of hewn rock rise to meet the vaulted ceiling, and a huge crystal window allows in light that casts beautiful patterns on the walls. It looks like it's actually a window outside the window. It looks like it's underwater. Light doesn't go very far from here, but it illuminates an area of what looks to be something underwater itself. And under the crystal window, you see what looks to be a massive crab with colored nodules and hollow flutes of beautiful coral growing out of its shell. Standing next to it are two female storm giants, one of whom looks to be playing the crab, this giant hulking crab. When one of the nodules on its shell is tapped, the motion apparently tickles the crab and causes it to exhale a burst of air through one of its coral pipes, producing a deep tone similar to that of a pipe organ.
I tell crabs we are totally doing that.
You just need to be a bit bigger. Right now you're a kazoo.
Yeah.
The other female storm giant is the one that appears to be singing. And she's got actually a very beautiful voice. And sitting kind of sprawled out amongst the various lounge furniture in this room, you see multiple other giants. There are two other storm giants that look to be possibly guards, but there are four other giants of varying different races. There's a cloud giant, a fire giant, a male cloud giant, a female fire giant, a female frost giant, and a male stone giant.
Jesus.
And
so we have not had any relations whatsoever with either storm or frost giants to this point.
to this point, well, there's no the
Correct.
stone giant, the storm.
Harshnag was a frost giant, wasn't
That's
he?
true. He was a friendly frost giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
But
and it,
didn't he tell us that he was unusual in that regard?
yeah, and then
Mhm.
there was our cloud giant friend.
Yeah. I didn't say we haven't talked to cloud
Zephyr-
giants, but we have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zephyros was the only cloud giant. No, you also met the cloud giants.
Well, yes,
The
we
queen
yeah,
lady.
and didn't have.
and her brother.
But we
Yeah,
haven't talked to any storm giants previously, and I noticed
correct.
there's no hill giants present, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
No goo.
All right, I'll relay all this to the party. Like, what do
Yeah,
you
they
guys
haven't
wanna
not.
do?
They have not noticed you, or if they've anybody's seen you. Well, their backs are mostly to you. The two female storm giants don't appear to have noticed Cribs at all. And
Okay.
the other two storm giants, they're wearing helms. They kind of like occasionally look around the room. They look bored, but they don't seem particularly alerted by Krebs's presence. So it
Okay.
seems
I'm
pretty
gonna have-
obvious.
Yeah, I'd have them
I'm gonna
attack.
have Krebs
Yeah.
shuffle over
You can
here
take
and
them.
a
You
peek.
can take them.
I'm gonna have him head over here and take a peek around the corner.
Okay. That seems to lead to another chamber altogether. This is going to be fun doing polygon reveal here on all these irregularly shaped areas. Give me a second. That is another numbered room, which I have to look up and scroll 10 pages to get to. Looks like it has 2 muscle shell tables and 4 anemone chests. You see steam rising from a pool of bubbling hot water.
Don't go there,
Oh
Krebs.
yeah,
It's a
Krebs
trap. It's a
actually,
trap.
you get the sensation of deep alarm. I don't know what senses actually are transmitted
Okay.
through him. Is it just sight and hearing, or is it
It's
anything else?
telepathy. So it's I get his emotions, I get his feelings.
Okay, yeah, you get a
communicate.
feeling of deep dismay and alarm because he can smell crabs being boiled alive in this
Yeah.
water.
Oh no!
Right.
Right, I have him walk away. chill
Okay,
out,
yeah,
go
he's
back
he's
this
deeply
way.
traumatized.
Don't make me go back there, man.
These people are monsters. Kill them all.
I won't ask him if
Don't
there's
do
butter
it.
sauce too, but
No, but there's some cocktail sauce in a jar off to the side.
Do
Butter.
you smell that drawn butter?
Mm,
I'm assuming. He could get about here.
hugging the wall.
I just don't want to go too far.
Uh-huh.
He'd have to go up here. So I'm gonna have him kind of scuttle around here and peek around the corner.
Okay. This is going to be a little bit weird looking because it's an overlapping area. But
Sure.
Would that be like past your 100 feet?
That's right
though?
at my 100 feet.
yeah, at that point, it's right at the limit of what you can keep communicating them with. And that's assuming that you kind of, actually,
Came
you
up-
have to
came
enter
up the
to get
stairs
to
some?
to extend that. You have to enter this area that's that alcove to the south that has that. Well, you didn't really explore that too well. So there's basically a pool of water in there. As you enter the room, I'd like you to roll a d20. Tim.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, that room down where we are.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. It's you can tell that it basically has this pool of water in there, and it's kind of bubbling, and like steam is rising from it, but nothing seems to happen as you enter the room. You feel kind of nervous standing in there, though.
Okay.
But
All right,
you
well, I
can.
have Krebs do a quick peek and get the hell out of there.
Okay. I'm not going to reveal too much of that area other than what the quick glance can reveal is that it's a longer hallway that's fairly wide. It goes on for about 50 or 60 feet further, but at the end of it, you can just make out there's a couple of giants standing at the edge of it, standing in front of what
Tell
looks like a
time.
large door.
You tell what kind of giants?
If you want him to go back, I'll have you roll another d20.
No. I'm get him the hell out of. If he can't tell from where he is. have him
Not.
come back.
Yeah, it's not. It's a little bit darker in that area. I don't know. Does he have dark
Scuttle
vision?
away,
Does Krebs have
Krebs.
dark vision?
No, is it dark there?
It's darker. It's dimly lit.
Okay,
It's
then
just. It would be just. Oh, this level isn't.
Come home, Krebs. Come home.
Yeah. Give me a second. I gotta adjust this distance on this level too. Of course, it's wrong. I think roll 20 would double check that.
Right.
Yeah, it's like 100 feet down, almost 85
Oh,
feet down the
okay.
hallway, so it's a little bit dimly lit down that area.
Okay.
Not completely dark, but enough that
I
he
just have
couldn't,
Krebs
at a
come
quick
home.
glance, he would have to like kind of go down a little bit further and take a look, and then report back.
Cool.
But definitely they were motionless and kind of facing him, and they seem to be in front of two large double doors. So he's assuming there are more guards of some sort.
Okay. I have him come home.
Okay, so he
Come home, Krebs.
He scuttles back down to your level, and again the music kind of ceases, and then a new song begins.
Okay. Well, guys, what do you want to do? Because I don't know. I have a strange sensation if we go up there and say, hi, how you doing? We're going to get our asses handed to us. But if you want to try that, I'll go along with.
Do you want to look for Dad, the deposed guy?
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
and maybe he's in a prison
Maybe.
somewhere.
Well, I'm not sure where you got the idea that he is deposed. From what you know, he's missing.
Oh,
Missing.
Right. Now, can't we just ask
Looks-
to talk to that chick?
Well, we don't know where she is.
She's probably one of the two playing the music, but
Well, but that could be those could be Mirren and Nim, who are the bad
Yeah, I know.
sisters.
Right.
so, and I don't want to risk
And-
it. I
and-
don't know about you guys, but
Yeah.
I get the feeling
'Cause
we're
it-
kind of fucked if we do that. So
Yeah.
What about were these doors smaller that we could try in theory to open them if like one of us was a gorilla?
Those are the ones that weren't giant size. They were only 15 feet high and 7 feet wide. Let's see. I gotta scroll all the way back up to here. It's made of iron.
How tall is a storm giant typically?
They are at they were at the
They're-
top of the ordning, so they were the tallest.
Yeah.
So they would be just shy of like
Okay.
30 feet tall.
yeah, they're big mambo
Oof.
jambos.
Yes.
Okay.
They
Okay.
each
Or
door is
safety
made
tip.
of iron bound oak.
They're also the most powerful of the giants, but typically they're usually good.
Oh yeah. Well, or they're chill until you piss them
Right.
off, right?
I would assume that the doors are. They're 15 feet tall, but I think the handles would actually be shorter than half. So
Right.
probably closer to like about maybe 7 feet up, 5 or 6 feet up. So reachable by most of you guys. All of you, actually. I think
Right.
you're all. medium.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Should we take a
Yeah. Yeah.
gander
let's-
into one of those and see what's in there?
Right. Yeah,
Sure,
let's do that.
it.
Okay. The door does not appear to have a lock on it, and the doorknob looks like it turns easily. The door itself is fairly heavy looking. So but it doesn't seem like it's made of oak, so it doesn't seem like it's something you wouldn't be able to move if you want to try and do so. Who's going to try and open the door?
Strong like bull.
Well, again, I
I'll
don't
do
think
it.
it would
I'll
require exceptional strength, so just about any one of you could probably do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do it.
The door swings open. It is kind of hard to move, and you hear like a rusty sounding creak, as if this door has not been
Oh,
opened for a very
great.
long time. It's not louder than the music coming from up top, so you don't think
Okay.
that it necessarily, unless somebody was like really closely paying attention, you don't think that it would necessarily be heard. But it does seem to indicate that this door has not been open for a very long time. The room beyond is in darkness, but with your dark vision, you can see that it actually looks to be, it's arrayed with multiple different beds, a table, some desks, and they actually appear to be sized for like your medium-sized creatures. There's a very thick
Oh,
layer
wow.
of dust, though, in this place, and it does not look like this room has been used for an extremely long time.
So this is where we rest.
Yeah, it's for a hideout.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I say open the other door.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll open the other one.
Okay, same story there. With a creak, that door reveals another room very similar to the one you just opened and revealed.
Okay.
But again, neither
I'm
one of
gonna-
these look to have been used recently. in a
Right.
Very, very
I'm
long
gonna
time.
while we're over there, I'm gonna look at the female giant statue. Is anything unusual or noteworthy about it?
It's life size, so it'd be about
And-
25, 30 feet tall. She's holding a harp, wearing a gown of purple coral, which is interesting in itself. The harp is, just a carving part of the statue. It's not an actual harp. You don't see any kind of mechanism or anything unusual about it. It just
Does-
looks like decorative in nature.
Does the statue look like it was recently carved, or does it look like it is weathered
An-
slash
ancient.
aged?
It looks like it has been here for quite a while.
Okay.
It's not
I-
itself
I was just wondering
necessarily
if that could
dusty, so
be-
it could be that whoever takes care of cleaning around the place probably goes over it, gives it a once over with a dust rag or something. But you can see like behind it, there's dust. Like they don't crawl back behind there and clean out every nook and cranny.
Gotcha.
I'll kind of check the perimeter and whatnot for any possible secret passages.
You see no secret passages in this area.
Okay.
Damn it, Jim.
Yeah.
If you do see one, I will roll for you.
Sure. Sounds good.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay, let's go look at the other way and see what. Try one of those.
The giant sized doors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Let's see, those areas, the giant-sized doors, again, those are 30 feet tall. Handles 13 feet
All
above
right,
the
I'll s-
floor. They're made
I'll
of
stand on your
barnacle-covered stone
shoulders.
with rusty iron hinges. None of you can reach the handles on these doors by default.
Yeah. In human form. Hmm.
Well, you want to ape up and try it out?
So what type of? There were there's giant crabs up there.
There was a giant
that
crab
what it was?
playing that they were playing music on.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just one. Yeah.
I assume the crabs they're eating are large size crabs.
I guess aping up would be the largest size that we could do with hands.
Right. Yeah.
Could be a T-Rex that could bite open the
Well,
door.
you got those tiny little hands on the T-Rex, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to get really close.
It's Meet the
Yeah.
Robinsons?
Yes.
I always picture one of those inflatable T-Rexes you see running around with the people running around.
Right.
Oh,
Sure, I'll do it. I'll polymorph.
Okay,
into an
so
ape.
you turn into an ape, and you're gonna try and. All right, yeah,
Open
it's
the
still you have to kind of jump up to it in a way, but because that's still for 13 feet is pretty damn high, even for a giant ape. But you are able to.
I think he is huge. I think he's the same size as the giant.
Let's see. Oops, that's a reveal. Let me get him to the right side. Everything is going to be the wrong size here because, again, roll 20 says fuck you. Okay, so we'll just have you there. That's close enough. The doors, let's see. Okay, so you are able to reach the latch. Yeah, a huge giant has no trouble opening either type of door. So if you're huge, I'm going to assume that since you're roughly an ape would be basically humanoid in structure, it should also be no problem. Yes, smaller. All right, so you can unlatch the handle. All right, so you're able to unlatch the handle. Then you just need to make a strength athletics check to try to push the door open.
Okie dokie.
I'm sorry, which door were you tackling?
The one on the left. Athletics
strength
or
athletics. No problem. You're easily able to push this door open, and beyond it reveals what looks like. Oops. Reveal. If I use the reveal tool, it looks like another guest chamber, but this one's sized for giant size guests. And this one looks like it has been recently occupied.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing the guys upstairs. This is their room.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me just quick double check something here.
Valtteri goes in and says, "This bed is too hard. This one is too soft.
Yeah.
If you lay in
porridge.
it, I bet you.
This one
too
is
long.
just
Why
right."
don't you take a nap in one and see what happens?
Actually, those were
Sure.
bears. You're in the wrong nursery.
Bears,
Yeah.
giants, yeah, you know.
Same thing.
Yeah. So the 3 giant-sized beds in this area, and there's another door leading off to the west, same style and appearance as the one you just opened.
Wonder what would happen if a fire giant and a frost giant like mated.
They melt.
it'd make a water giant.
Right.
Or steam,
Steam giant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Continue through.
Yeah, let's see what's
Yeah,
through that
but,
adjoining door.
Probably the same.
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
you do
that way.
see there looks to be some crates here inside this room, like kind of foot lockers, if you will, at the feet of each bed. They do look to contain some sort of personal effects of some sort, giant-sized in nature.
Not gonna touch him.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
I am, however, gonna. Well,
Look at all this stuff.
I can ritually
That I
cast
can't
detect
wear.
magic if we have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth. Let's have the ape open the next door
All right, so you're just going to ignore
and see
the crates?
and hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
For
And
now.
For
Wow.
now.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully, this next room is unoccupied as well.
Then another athletics check after you unlatch the door.
Okie dokie.
This one was a little bit stickier, but you were able to push it open, revealing looks like a storage area beyond. Yeah, it's
A
crates
fire
and
giant
barrels.
and a frost
Yeah,
giant.
it's a storage room containing crates and barrels. This one doesn't look like it's been moved through extremely recently.
Okay, so I'm
All
gonna
right.
close that. I think all the doors that we open, we should
Yep.
close.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then continue on. Go to the right.
Yep. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
I'm not going to have you roll for this because eventually you would be able to get. It's a DC 15 to open, so
Yeah.
you'd just be able to eventually get your way through, no problem. That looks to be another room that is used for guests, and it also has, like I said, kind of a footlocker / crate that seems to be being used for storing.
That's
So
Smaller.
it's basically that's it.
Mm-hmm.
for this level. Yeah. Looks like it.
Huh.
Damn it.
Hmm.
This big pool by the circular staircase, is the water hot or
Did you want to examine that?
cold? Can we tell? Yes, I will examine the water.
Okay.
I'll dip a pinky in.
You look in. It's not steaming hot water, unlike this chamber off to the south, which definitely was kind of steamy and bubbly. This looks like, you put your hand over it, it doesn't feel hot, and you kind of tentatively touch the water, and it's cold, like water that you would expect if you put your hand in, like, the sea or, water that was naturally occurring.
Okay.
And it's not completely transparent, but you can see that it goes down at least 20 to 40 feet.
Tim, could we
Okay,
have
wow.
Krebs swim down there and see what he can see?
Is it boiling?
You said it's
No, this one
it's
isn't.
regular water.
Okay, then sure, Krebs can swim down there.
Okay. Grab.
You said before though,
I
when I
have-
was standing around this pool, I felt a sense of impending danger.
That was the other one, the little one,
No,
I was
right?
in the alcove to the
was-
south.
Oh, that was the alcove to the south. Okay, then I'll have Krebs look around there.
All right, let me just paste him here. Okay, you should have complete control over his token.
Okay.
So swimming down, Krebs does go down about 40 feet or so, and it ends in what looks to be a 30-foot high passageway leading out at the bottom,
Leading in what direction?
southwest. And it actually appears to encounter some sort of a portcullis. Give me a second here. I got to read this section because I was not anticipating you sending a crab down into this area.
That's fine.
Let's
There's have a
see.
way of making that happen. My game, you guys did something completely unexpected.
Well, I
So-
expect you guys to do the unexpected, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but I'm
there's
just
a
saying,
passageway
okay.
going southwest, but it ends in what looks to be some sort of a portcullis, a barnacle-encrusted iron portcullis. I think he could probably make his way through. That's what I'm trying to read to see if it's like.
Yeah, he's just a crab, so I bet you they didn't do a lot of protecting against crab incursions. So if he could fit, I will send him through to look around. See the other side of the portcullis.
Okay. Yeah, he could probably make his way through it.
Okay. He's gonna make his way through it.
All right. This is
There's
gonna be
nothing
fun.
else in this pool, though.
Directly in that pool, no.
There any lady crabs or?
Not in the area, no.
Okay, all right. Yeah, he's a
Uh,
player.
Yeah. Okay, give me a second here. This is going to be a minute because this is freaking huge.
Of course, I relate what he sees to everybody around me, so that they're aware.
Holy crap-a-moly.
Yeah, so what he sees is an 180-foot wide, massive sinkhole filled with water. He sees laying amongst the sand / soil, whatever it is at the bottom of this massive sinkhole, looks to be the remains of wrecked ships, like sailing ships, just scattered all over the place. The walls are covered with coral, and he does see other crabs and other kind of oceanic style organisms moving about around down here. And he sees 4 other passages leading out besides the one that he came in.
Well,
and up above
I
him,
don't
he can
know.
see that this water leads up, and he can actually see the sense of, he gets the sensation that the water is like spiraling down. Like it's like there's some kind of a massive vortex of water that has pulled all of this wreckage down into this sinkhole.
And no like skeletons or anything.
If he wants to go investigating, he's certainly welcome to.
Are those sharks that I see?
Sharks, I'm sure, would be some of the creatures that are swimming about in there. Yes, there's tons of actual fish and other creatures that if he wants to go investigating, I'll roll up.
Not really.
Yeah, plenty of
What do you
things I
guys
would love
think?
to have Krebs for breakfast. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll have him come back.
Hmm.
Have him come back.
Well, I I don't know. It looks like there are other sections, right? I could theoretically turn into a water elemental now. I think I would be okay.
Ooh.
Because I didn't make one for you,
Um,
that's why. I will try and find one if you want.
Well, I don't know. I guess I got different options now, right, for shape change. So
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, if
actually,
you
there
want
is
to go
a.
explore as a
I guess if nobody else can go and it's just me, it's kind of pointless. But if you want me to scout, well, that's possible. I just need a short rest to get my shape changes back to be able to do it.
And but with that like vortexing
Yeah, I
and
was gonna
whatnot,
say,
would
how
that be kind of
dangerous is
difficult?
that?
Yeah. I bet you
Um,
you'd probably be apt to taking damage or have to fight against it or something.
As a water elemental, wouldn't he have some kind of advantage in water?
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe. Yeah, true.
What do you guys want to do?
I don't know.
I mean, we could, as a water elemental, maybe you could check out that other pool that is dangerous,
Oh, the hot one?
the hot pool.
Oh, by the way, though, there was a large 50-foot diameter drain, it looked like, in the center of that sinkhole, too,
Yep.
amongst all the ships. So you can kind of
I
see it.
assume
But
that's what was creating the
yeah,
vortex.
I just forgot to describe it. There's an iron grate covering it. The holes between the bars are 10 feet wide.
Yep, I can do that. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wait a
It's
second.
either
Let me see here. Hang
so.
on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine.
So is that ice around the edge? Can you walk on that
Or does that
No.
just
ice?
represent shallower water?
Yeah, it just more indicates that it's kind of tapering down.
Like a funnel?
Yeah, it's water. It is. It's definitely seawater. Krebs could tell that it's definitely like salt water. It's cold, but not like frozen cold.
So basically, like the deeper you go, the
I'm
colder
trying to
it
think
gets.
here. Krebs. What's Krebs's intelligence? He really wouldn't.
He's a crab.
Yeah.
He's not-
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, when he was communicating the distress, it was because he could smell his own kind being
No.
cooked, but he wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't really be able to relate, more complex topics like water temperature and
Physics.
exactly water pressure, that sort of thing.
Well, you could tell me
I got-
like cold versus hot versus
Yeah, it was
smell
cold.
sharks.
I mean, it was not. It wasn't like tropical water, but it wasn't like freezing cold.
I'll be back. I gotta let my dog out quick. He's
Okay.
whining.
Well, we're either going up and talking to them, right? Waiting until they leave. That's a possibility. Or trying to figure out what's deeper in the other pond. I don't know.
I don't know. I just get the feeling we go up there, they're not going to be.
I agree with
pleased
you.
our presence.
So so I guess to me I see three options. We wait, hang out in the small person's rooms, wait for the music to stop and them to leave. Or we investigate further down here.
Yeah, I think we can investigate further down here. I think there's more to see in this level.
Okay.
It's just how. Did one of us have the ability to cast, like, breathe underwater or?
Yeah. I can do that.
Okay.
Actually, that's water breathing is. I remember doing this a long time ago, but that's one of the rituals. It lasts all
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
and I do that every day. Everybody always has water breathing
But
Yeah.
it's
because it's just you cast it and you're done.
but moving still.
We can do water walk too.
Well, you cast freedom of movement, which would also, I believe, give you normal movement through water.
It does, but that is only a single person.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was it? It was Pass Without Trace that you cast, not freedom of movement. Sorry.
Yeah, pass that
Right.
trace. So like water breathing is something that everybody has, and we could do water walk. So this everybody has this every day, and
Okay.
I think because that's not concentration, water breathing. It's 24 hours, so I do that just before going to sleep, and then we could do water walk.
Water walk, that's tricky because it's the way it's worded. It's a move across any liquid surface, not like through it.
No. I get it. But if we wanted to walk across the water to one of the other inlets or whatever,
Yeah.
right? These different sections, we could use water walk to do that without falling into
If
the water.
you target a creature
right?
submerged in a liquid, the spell causes the target carries the target to the surface of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet per round.
Yep. No, what I'm saying, Paul, is let's say we get everybody inside the whirlpool area. If we all were water walking, we could theoretically walk up to the other sections of that area
Well,
there,
no, but
right?
you'd be rising 60 feet around. That's my point. It doesn't let you go straight across. You'd have to.
But is okay. Oh wait, maybe I misunderstood. So is this? So there isn't a top to this. This is like full of water.
Yes, it is top to bottom. It is absolutely filled with water,
Oh.
like you're at the bottom of the ocean.
I've got control water. I could create
that won't work in an area
Okay.
that
No.
big.
not even from like the one where Krebs came out to is to
Control water is like 10 square feet or 30,
Right.
30 feet something. It's really small.
100,
I remember looking.
100 feet on a side.
It's still
Okay.
that's 10 squares.
But if okay, like from there to there
Well,
it
since-
is 90. Or
Yeah, there is a slight taper. It is kind of like a bowl in a way because it does taper down a bit more to this bottom grate. But it's generally all of these entrances are at the same level, so you'd kind of have to go down a little bit or around the edge to any of the other entrances, and then there's maybe like an additional
You're
20
Dave, you're
feet of
muted.
slope at the bottom.
Who's muted?
We still can't hear you,
You're still
Dave.
muted.
Maybe like
Now
a
you can.
funnel. It's like a
Yeah,
funnel.
but not quite so extreme. It's like an additional 20 feet
Right.
of depth
Correct.
to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of a gradual.
Does
It's
it
like a
I al-
bowl. You're at the bottom of a bowl.
yeah.
So it shows a whirlpool there. Is that accurate?
It is
yes,
It's
the
like-
water is funneling into that whole grate covering
right,
the hole,
and you
right?
can tell that the vortex pulling down is much stronger as you go up. So here towards the bottom, it's not like it's swirling this stuff around at the bottom. That stuff has been deposited and it's kind of anchored there. But you can see the higher you go, the more turbulent the water becomes, and the more violent this vortex has become.
Can we tell where the additional water is going, or is it just slowly emptying?
It's going down through this grate in the.
So if we wait like an hour, it's just going to be empty.
No, I think there's water constantly coming in here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, can we tell where the water's coming from? There should be.
If
like a
when
flow.
Krebs looked up, the water went on as far as he could see, and
I think
Yeah.
we're at the bottom.
it
of the
was
ocean,
dark enough.
guys.
Yeah, it was dark enough.
I
Yeah,
think
if it
so
was dark
too.
enough that
Yeah.
he could be at the
That's-
bottom of the ocean.
Okay.
And I would say Krebs would know enough, even though he's immune to this. He knows that if you were to try to go into this water, you would likely take damage from the water pressure because the water pressure is so high.
He's immune
Yes.
to it because he's not
He's a
real,
crustacean.
or because he's a
He's
crab?
a crustacean.
Why don't we
So-
just become crustaceans?
We could. We could live under the sea and meet,
Oh, do I get one of those?
Well
shiny
done,
peas?
Sebastian.
SpongeBob.
So water elementals could do that if you want.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't know where to go.
Oh.
Under
I
the
could
sea.
go investigate, but what does that do? What does that
Right,
help
what
us?
is
Because
that?
nobody
Right.
else can get down there either.
Correct.
They'll die. Oh, but no, we could teleport, right?
We could.
Dimension door or something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The
Yeah.
music
I do,
again comes to a halt from up above. You hear more kind of muted applause, but one voice says, "Great! Now, can we please have our audience now?" And a female voice says, "Patience, patience. We have a few more acts to go through." And then another musical piece starts up.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, then let's wait and listen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Because I wonder if they were the other giants who got summoned or requested to show up or
Right.
something like that. Because we want to talk about a group of small folk that's been fucking shit up.
Where would you find them?
They call themselves the Chosen Ones or some nonsense like that.
Nonsense.
Okay, so how long are you gonna wait in this chamber?
Until they're all gone.
Well, or could we
With the
Or
audience.
could we send Krebs back up to the top and have him be our eyes and ears?
Well, we can hear everything going on up there. Come on.
But
Play
yeah,
music.
but if like a skirmish breaks out upstairs amongst the giants, it'd be nice to know that have a set of eyes on stalks to
You don't
see
think
what's
you would
going on.
hear a bunch of giants?
Well,
beating the
I know,
shit out of
but
each other?
I'd like the visual component too. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I can send them up there. Just
Yeah, because that way, if we if shit goes sideways, we can dash into one of these small person rooms, and if a whole bunch of giants come storming down the staircase, and be like, "Hey, hi, how's it going?"
I think we should like all go invisible and just go past them.
I don't know. I think aren't
It's-
storm giants pretty fat on perception? That even if you're invisible, they would sense something.
I would.
I don't know.
Think that it would be unlikely we'd be able to sneak past them.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, we have class with traits.
Especially,
That's not given the way I can roll on
Yeah.
roll 20. That's
somebody,
not an automatic.
somebody always seems to roll a 1,
It
It
only
all
takes
did.
1-1 for us to get fucked.
Yep.
So how long are you going to sit here?
Days. How much I can create good berries for all eternity.
So you're going to just sit in this chamber for hours?
Well,
I don't know. We don't have a plan.
Don't. One of us could be a sacrificial lamb, go upside and be like, "Hey, everybody, what's up? We're the hill giant representatives of this here
For
conclave."
some reason, I'm picturing Samrel having done that in the past.
I can already tell you how this is gonna
Oh
go.
yeah. I suspect it would not go well.
No, I'm not discouraging you. I'm not.
I say it would be beneficial
I
to
am not.
listen.
I am certainly not discouraging you from doing that. I'm just saying that I think Samrel has done that, and I can totally see Samrel having done that.
I say let's listen.
So far, there hasn't been any giant where we said, "Hey, can we talk to you about some stuff?" That didn't want to whack
Oh
us on
no,
the
there was
noggin.
the cloud giant in the castle. He was okay.
Yep.
And then
Brother.
there was
Brother.
the frost giant.
And those.
But he was a singular giant that was
Yeah,
all
yeah, I know.
alone. Same thing with the frost
And
giant
hey,
dude.
what are fire giants if not lovable?
Oh yeah, they love us.
Yes.
But I guess we have to remember there are multiple bands of stone giants and fire giants. So just because we've been
Yeah, I know.
screwing with Zolto doesn't mean another lord has
Speaking
not.
of which, did Krebs? I mean, I would be able to sense what Krebs sensed and see through his eyes. I didn't recognize any of these giants from any of our past forays.
He did not get close enough to pick out
To
their
get a good
features.
look.
You'd need to send
Okay.
them back, and
He said they were not facing
they were
him
they were
anyway,
watching the
they were
performance, so
facing
their
the-
backs
Watch
were
your performance,
essentially to
yeah.
Krebs.
I suspect the fire giant we may have met previously. He may not be very happy with
Oh.
us.
Well, it was a
We killed
female.
his
one, I
son.
thought.
I thought
thought
there
it
was
was
a
a-
male fire giant as well.
No,
Is it only female?
there
Oh, okay.
was. Give me a second to pull it up again here. Okay, there is a cloud giant male, a fire giant female, a frost giant female, and a stone giant male.
Okay. Well, I say let's wait and listen. I want to hear what they're here. I want to hear why they're here.
Oh, I do too.
Okay.
See if it has any if it's related to us or whatever we're trying to do. Just get a little more info.
All right. Do you want to do a short rest while we just hang out and wait? And
Yeah, might as well. Because
Okay.
when they're done, they're probably going to come down the stairs and head to their quarters, which means if we hear them start coming down
Right.
there, we've got to book and get into one of
yeah, we'll boogie.
in our room. So,
Yeah, we'll boogie.
I don't. No.
but let's listen.
Okay. So you're going to
What's-
stay in this chamber?
What's whizzing in?
All right. You do hear conversation
say
going
there's-
on beneath the music, but you can't make out what is being said.
Okay.
Well, they said there's a couple more.
Yeah, we have
acts,
to wait for
so-
the band to finish
Yeah.
their
Yeah, I think.
third encore.
No, my point is that it sounds like others are speaking while the music is playing, but you cannot make it out from where you are right now
Okay.
because the
I'm
music is too
gonna,
loud.
since I have passed without trace, I'm gonna go halfway up the stairs and see if I can hear better. Not
Yep.
all the way up.
I mean, I could do it better.
Okay, then why don't you do it?
I was gonna suggest.
Okay, yeah, go like halfway up.
Okay, so you're going to just walk halfway up the stairs? Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna sneakily
Okay,
do
yeah, I
it.
was going to say go ahead and make a stealth check.
And remember, you got plus 10.
Wow.
I got a 40.
right.
Yeah.
He lost track of
Yeah.
himself.
There's a 43
I
word.
forgot I was even here. I thought I was back in Everland. Okay, yes, you are easily able to sneak your way even right up to essentially right below visibility level of that area.
Baldry thinks to himself, God, I wish I could do that.
You hear conversation of the giant lords amongst each other, talking low, like still trying to be polite, like they're not, they're still listening to the music, but they're still like talking to each other. You hear one of the male voices, kind of a breathy voice saying, I really am hoping this is not going to take much longer. I've got a new requisition of gold coming in that needs counting. And the female, one of the two females, again, you're not sure which, responds to that and says, Val, is everything you care about money? There's a lot more to life than money here. And another female voice says,
Women.
yes, there's the ability to go out and die in battle. And the other female voice, just, you kind of hear a massive sigh like, yeah, that's the most important thing, you freaking idiot. And then you
Well,
hear the
I
male
just
voice,
think to
another
myself-
a different male voice, and this one a little bit more kind of gravelly sounding, saying, There's nothing more important than what the gods want. Since the ordning has been shattered, we must find a way to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Aman. And there's kind of like some chortling from the other male, sounded like kind of a breathy, like chuckle, like, yeah, okay, you just keep on thinking that, you god
Yeah,
botherer.
whatever.
Then they fall silent, as if they're listening more to the performance that's going on.
Damn. This sucks.
I mean, I'm just gonna kind of keep listening and
Yeah.
Okay, the song comes to an end again, and again this time there's just like one clap, like one person clapping, and it's like, and the breathy
Alrighty
voice
then.
speaks again,
They're all-
saying, "Listen, Your Majesties, there is absolutely no question that you possess some of the best chops in the land when it comes to performance. But we have been sitting here for literally hours now, waiting for an audience with Sarissa. And I would really, really appreciate it if this could be done before I die of old age."
Okay, so
And,
Sarissa is on the throne. All right.
And one of the female voices says, "Val, you have not changed one bit since you were last in court, and you have to understand our sister is extremely busy, and you are lucky to even have been granted an audience with her. You are lower than the lowest of lows, and if you don't like waiting, you can just poof off back to your cloud."
Ah, ball.
In the meantime, we will do our best to entertain you and keep you from being fatally bored, because I know that your intention
I
is
guess.
less than that of a gnat. And the music starts up again.
I guess as they're stalling,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I still think we need to sneak through there somehow.
Well, I think we need to wait till the
where?
performance is done and then check that.
Well,
Yeah, I
if
don't
as
know.
the
it's
second
abandoned.
as the second song launches, make a perception check, Samuel.
Hey,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You hear somebody say something, and it's not until a figure moves to within about 30 feet of you that you can feel the footsteps of a giant approaching the spiral staircase.
Oh, crap.
Roll initiative.
crap-a-moly. Run!
Just Samuel. Just Samuel.
Okay.
Ah, thank you. Good roll.
oops, I didn't click my character.
Let's see.
Oh, you still got 19.
Yep. I
Okay,
fixed
give
it.
me a second. I got to get him in the area here.
Dimension door! Stat!
I mean, yeah, obviously that's
All right. Okay.
Is he's still an ape?
Samuel is not an ape. He is.
No, I mean,
How long
I
does
did
that
not hear him
last?
say that he changed his form.
How long does that last?
Actually,
though?
you know
It's
what?
Oh,
What?
it only
Why
lasts an
why
hour.
doesn't
so-
everyone go ahead and roll initiative?
How long has it been, Paul?
You said
'Cause-
you were going to wait. It's been about 2 songs. Each song is probably about 7 minutes long, so it's been about 15 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's see.
Yeah,
No, I'm
so
sorry. You
maybe,
cast
yeah.
it while you were exploring, and then you sent Krebs down. So it's
Yeah.
probably more likely
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Okay. Well, then I'm still on
Yeah,
it.
I think it lasts an hour, doesn't it?
Yep,
yeah,
it does.
okay. All right. So has everybody rolled initiative?
Hang on. I'm getting there.
Think-
Okay. Okay, so crap, wrong layer. Get on the right level. There we go. All right. So he is coming down, and Samuel, you are basically where you're at. I'm going to have this round. Actions can only be taken by Samuel and this giant, and the next round, everyone else will be able to take an action.
Can I poop my pants?
Well, you're not aware of anything going
Why?
wrong yet, so.
Oh, okay.
But on cue, you certainly can as a reaction,
Okay.
or as a free action if you just want to spontaneously do it on your turn. So Samuel, you actually do. You are able to react quickly enough to this thing, this giant approaching.
I'm going to dimension door right here,
Okay.
and I'm going to whisper, "We need to go."
Dimension door, does that have a verbal component?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I will check and
Yep.
see.
It does.
Doesn't have to be loud.
It has to be audible.
Only
Okay.
this. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Yeah, giant herd.
That's my. I think that is the verbal component of dimension door. Oh,
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
because that's the only time you
Yeah,
use
pretty
it.
much.
I'm out of here.
Okay. Giant says, "Somebody down here."
Oh, when I also move my 30 feet.
Okay.
I could have just dimension doored to there, but I wanted to be closer to them so I could whisper
Okay. Let me just
somewhat quieter.
get this guy out in a separate window here. He says, "Somebody out there, or somebody down here," and he continues walking down the staircase.
Fuckity
10,
fuckity fuckity fuck.
20, 30, 40. Okay.
Just those apes.
Just a safe.
Okay, so he
Just
gets to
eight.
the bottom of the staircase where Mirror, since you didn't see Samuel go past you, you had
Right.
no idea what it was.
Oh.
You hear
Yeah,
the footsteps.
I was kind of by the bottom of the staircase.
You heard the footsteps approaching. So this giant comes down
Oh.
and sees you and
Oh,
stops,
Fuck.
and his eyes. he doesn't
Shit.
know what. Okay, he was walking. He was not expect. He didn't know what was going on. He was expecting somebody to be down here, but female.
Not a human,
Yeah,
right?
a half elf
Half
at
elf.
the bottom of the stairs was not what he was expecting. So he just kind of like,
In
what?
super tight leather.
Yeah. So you're just like, hi. So I'm going to go to Groot. We're basically now that was his turn. He basically moved there and stopped and just completely that was his turn. So Groot,
Fuckity fuckity fuck.
you've basically you could hear the giant going down the stairs, and you hear Mirror basically reacting to this giant.
Rip his larynx.
I am gonna move over
Okay.
to here because I obviously nobody's getting away, and I'm just gonna be quiet. And
All right,
see
go ahead and
what
make a
happens.
stealth check. He would not have been in your line of sight, nor he in yours. So if he doesn't detect you with your stealth check, then let's see.
Damn.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, he heard movement. He didn't see you, so he could hear something large moving about, but that's all he really knew.
Is that pass without trace still active?
Oh, true. That would
yeah.
give you a bonus.
Plus 10.
So 20.
Yeah, and actually, then he wouldn't have heard you.
Wait.
Well, you wouldn't know actually either way, but he did.
Right.
He did not hear
Yeah.
you. Okay, so you move there, Samril.
Well,
Oh yeah. By the way, in this
Fuck.
entire chamber is illuminated. These little blue things are glowing. I mean, giants cannot normally see in the dark. So
Okay.
hey, what's your
Oh
name?
shit.
so you're gonna stand up and walk towards and say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're not getting out. I'm yours.
Right.
right there, so might as well.
The giant like looks up. He was, he was just basically staring at Mirror initially. Now he sees that there's another one. He's, who the hell are you? And that's pretty much all he can do.
Do you know where I parked my car?
I parked my crab around here
Do you know where
somewhere.
I parked my carriage?
Oh, Serendial, it is your
well,
turn.
didn't
All right, I turn.
And Baldry just turns and looks at Samuel and
Oh, shits.
what
I
the
look at him.
fuck?
I walk up to him and I kind of I hold my arms out and I kind of bow slightly and I say, "Hello, good sir. Are you enjoying your stay with us?"
With us, you're. Who are you?
We are members of the cleaning staff.
Do you say that?
We are. No, I say we are the servants of. And what was her name? The
Serrana, Sir.
Sarissa.
Sarissa?
Sarissa. We are the
Yes.
servants of Sarissa.
That probably would call for a check. Bluff check, obviously, but it's not.
That's an intimidation.
Yeah, it's not an
obviously.
intimidation. It would be a
Intimidation.
perform-
Yep.
Persuasion.
Persuasion?
Yeah, my persuasion is so good, so incredible.
Yeah. All of ours are.
No, mine's better.
Mine's good.
Yeah, I rolled a 9 or a 9.
I always roll shit, but I have good. I have a +7, but I always roll a 1.
Right.
It doesn't look like he's immediately suspicious. Just really, really confused as to what.
Confused.
Like I
right.
said, this is like the
Why
last.
I
didn't I
say,
meet you
is there
before?
anything we can get you?
No. No. I'm just like. I'm just going back to my room. What the hell?
All right, sir. If
What-
there's anything you need, please call.
He yells up the stairs.
Right?
Why the hell do you have small folk down here?
Oh shit.
Oh, crap.
Oh shit.
And then he basically moved.
Hopefully they're
He
playing
pushes
music and they
past
can't
you
hear
and then
us.
sees the giant ape in the corner. And he's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, crap.
He's our muscle. He helps move the heavy stuff.
That's how we move the heavy stuff.
That's how we move heavy things, sir.
Talk about.
That's how we
I mean,
open.
can you imagine that? It'd be
That's
like
how we open
it'd
the
be like
doors.
visiting a friend's house and you like go down to their basement to like get a beer or something. And there's a freaking giant ape in the corner.
It's too bad he doesn't have symbols. He
A
can
bunch
crash
of
together.
fucking
Hiding right under the
and a
stairs.
gorilla in the basement.
You people are so fucked up. Why do you have a giant ape in your basement? Okay, at this point,
Go open the door
at
for
this
him.
point, you hear like running, like the music stops, and you start to
no.
hear running footsteps from
Yeah.
above. What are you guys gonna do in terms of reaction to this?
Shit.
I'm about ready to take my chances in the vortex, to be honest.
How do we get out of here?
We're fucked. Either we're running away or we're fighting. So
Or we're talking.
We're talking.
there
I'm
di-
turning back into group.
Okay, so you return to your
Drop
original
being
form.
an ape, and I'm turning back in the group, going. Yeah, I guess I'm not going to try and perpetuate the lie, but I'm going to say, sorry, didn't mean to scare you.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, he just kind of like backs away and up against the wall, and he's like, at this point, the storm giant guards come down
getting
now,
out.
and they are fully equipped. What do they have on them here?
Are you down here by us, Groot, then?
Sure.
Because your token's way up by the.
They would have
giant
great
doors.
swords. And yeah, they have their great swords brandished, and they're like, "You do not move."
Okay.
And they kind of move around and essentially kind of flank you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And from the upper level, the two female storm giants also come down. You hear them say
It's party now.
to the other giants that are still up there, we're so sorry for this disturbance. We will take care of this and resume our entertainment shortly. But they come downstairs now, and they kind of look you up and down and ask, okay, who are you? And how did you get here?
Well,
Yeah.
We are a band of travelers who we seek humbly to seat you for an audience with
Sarissa.
Sarissa. We wish to help stop the ordning and
Well,
Repair.
Restore
the order.
restore
the ordning.
what?
Restore?
Restore the ordning.
Restore or yeah, the order and restore mighty King Hecaton to his throne.
Well,
Yeah,
I wouldn't have said that,
Yeah,
but okay.
Okay, well,
No, well, too late.
just,
You already
yeah, I
said it.
said it. I said it.
and we traveled here with conches that we acquired.
You have a conch? Where did you get a conch?
I wouldn't have said that either.
Borrowed.
I don't,
Take
why
this.
are we talking? Everyone shut
Well,
up.
how else are we gonna get here?
It was loaned to us by
Goo.
what was the fat
Queen-
hill giant's
Queen
name?
Chief
Goo.
Goo. Chief Goo.
Goo.
Chief
Goo.
Goo.
Chief Goo. Yeah, because she's still alive, right? She gave it to us at the
Yeah.
end.
Yes.
Not a lie.
Chief Goo. I seriously doubt Chief Goo would give anything.
She would if she.
We're very persuasive.
We're here, aren't we?
Yeah.
You are here, yes.
Gave it
And
to us.
how much of the rest of your story is believable is another question entirely. You wish to speak with Sarissa. At this, the cloud giant kind of like says, "Yeah, join the club." And one of the women shoots him a sideways glance, like if daggers could kill type of. Our sister
mean-
is extremely busy with official duties. If you would care to wait, we can bring this up to her attention, and she will see you as soon as is possible. In the meantime, she kind of gestures to the guards.
We can take
Our
him up.
guards will escort you to a chamber where you can comfortably wait for our sister to
Okay.
grant you an audience.
Sounds freaking fabulous.
And
Deeply bow to the
Yeah. Me
sisters.
too.
We will take a
I
number.
say
and
we thank you greatly for your.
the cloud giants is
hospitality.
like, what the fuck? These people are gonna see before.
Well, we can wait until after him if.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems kind of angry.
Goddamn right, you're gonna wait. And the sister said, "Everyone will be seen in due course of time." Val, please come up. You can rest assured you have priority over any small folk who have showed up unannounced, much less uninvited. So please cool your jets a bit. The guards kind of gesture actually down the hallway, indicating that they'd like you to step into one of these rooms, probably this one.
Okay.
All
Works
right.
for me.
Okay, so
Hop on
yeah,
a bed.
they
Will do.
basically make sure that all of you enter that room.
I grabbed that one.
I call this bed.
Hey, we didn't get killed.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Groot,
far.
I'm assuming you
Got
go in there as
curb
well.
Don't forget Krebs.
I can't hear you, Paul.
Yeah.
Everybody move their token.
Oh, okay.
Krebs. There we go.
All right. So
Actually, I could have Krebs just stay out there because he's a crab. How would they know?
yeah,
Yeah,
if
they
you
don't-
don't want to say anything, I mean, he could
I
just kind
leave
of
Krebs- I'll just
surreptitiously
go
kind of
let-
swim into the
I have-
pool and nobody would say
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have him swim around the pool.
Okay, so you can leave
deserves a
Krebs
good
out there if
swim
you want.
Sure.
He's
well, there-
not quite.
Oop.
Yeah, he would. If he's in the pool, you'd be just outside of your range for
That's all right. I tell him to hang out there, and
Come closer when it's convenient.
I tell him every half hour, come closer to the door and let me know what's going on.
Okay. All right. So you can clearly hear that there's two guards stationed out in front of your room. They close the door, and it seems like two of them are just standing out in front guarding, the exit from the room that you're in. You do hear voices
What the
of the
hell?
two female storm giants and the male talking, but you're not sure what exactly is being discussed, and it gradually moves out of earshot.
Sure. No.
So, you guys are there for a little bit, and you said every half hour or so, Krebs should come back and report back to you?
He should get close enough to report.
Okay.
He doesn't have to come right by the doorway, but he should at least.
Yeah, he could probably get to there.
Sure, he can do that. So after about maybe 25 minutes or so, he approaches within your telepathy range, and again, it's kind of like rudimentary crab telepathy. So he's not able to actually, give you too many details, other than you get the impression that the other giants left the room. You get the impression that they went back up the stairs.
Yep.
And in fact, after a while, the music kind of continues again.
Wow.
No, actually, I'm sorry. I take that back. The music does not start back up again. But he can hear more voices coming from up above. Like there's a discussion going on. It seems like your appearance definitely kind of threw a wrench into whatever the normal plans of schedule for the place was.
Well, at
but
least they're not bored anymore.
What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, they're definitely not bored anymore. Looks like Paul needs a snack break. Do you guys want to take a quick break? Okay.
Sure.
All right, well, quick pause and be back in just a minute. Alrighty, we're back. So you guys have been resting in this room for, probably about 45 minutes or so. As I said, you are hearing conversations coming from up above that has kind of tapered off now. And like I said, Krebs has come back once and reported that to you. At one point, you hear an additional voice outside, and I'd say if everyone wants to make a perception check, you can. Meaning outside in the hallway is what you hear.
Sure. Perception. That's actually a good strong point. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, mine too.
All right, yeah. Mirror and Valdry, you both hear what sounds like the voice of one of the two females that you met before,
Heard earlier.
talking with one of the guards. You're not able to make out exactly what they're saying. You not that you can speak giant, so you can tell that they're speaking giant. You catch nothing except for upstairs wait and signal. And it sounds like one of the giants may or may not have left.
Okay.
And that's it. And after another 15 minutes, Krebs wanders back into your zone, Tim. And
your zip.
so I don't know what you want how he would relay about what happened, but he conveys that more big folk came in and left again.
Okay, how many giants are outside the door right now?
He says outside door 1,
I say, thank you, Krebs.
inside room 4.
I asked him if
probably that
anybody
other
has
room.
stepped onto the portal or made use of it.
I'm not sure that he'd be able to really know what that means.
Okay, all right. Did any giants leave in a flash of light?
No, he would. Some giants went back upstairs.
Okay.
And
Thanks, Krebs.
yeah, no problem. He wanders back into the other area. And after a bit, you hear more footsteps approaching. And this time in giant, you hear another voice say, Countess Sarissa will see the small folk now. And the door is opened, and you see the 2 guards standing back outside. And they say, you have been granted an audience with Countess Sarissa. We will escort you to the throne room now.
I bow to them and say thank you.
So they stand. They want to make sure that you're like between them.
In between them,
So
sure.
one will lead and one will follow.
All right. Yeah, we follow them.
I'll do what they want.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Crud, hang on.
Whatever they want.
So why don't you guys, if you could arrange yourself in the order that you'll be appearing. Not the rest of you that haven't.
Standard marching order, I guess. Eh?
Who's going to be doing the talking to Sarissa?
No.
Is that Samuel?
You?
How about you, Serendiel?
You want me
I
to?
would, but my persuasion is shit.
Okay.
Yeah, mine
Well,
is too.
Mine is +6, so maybe Samuel and I are the
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's +7. You're +6. That sounds.
yeah.
Mine's -1. I think. I should do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So you guys lead, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So Samuel, put yourself in front there, I guess.
Oh, I was gonna say if you want to lead, and I'll take up the rear, and then when we.
Okay, sure.
Mhm.
Plus, I'm stunning.
We're not
to
gonna
look
talk
at,
until
too.
we all come in.
Yes.
So Groot, where were you planning to be in the order of things?
You didn't move. Groot.
Paul,
Didn't
if you
move
can you put Groot
your
where
character.
you would like to be in the order?
In the corner.
Put Groot in the corner. Okay. So you are led out of the hallway and into this room, and as you enter the room, you spot the 4 giants of the different races. Oops. And a big number 2 on the floor. Standing in the room. And
Oh shit.
as you come out,
Does Krebs shout, "It's a trap"?
It's a trap.
exactly as you get into range, Krebs is like, "It's a trap." Well, he knew that he did try to kind of warn you, but yes, the giants step forward, and now you can see that they are actually armed, and it looks like they have been laying in wait for you. So we'll go ahead and roll for initiative.
Yay. I can't click. There we go.
Oh, Jesus,
7.
1.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
Oh, I
7.
rolled a 1.
I rolled
Somebody's
a
got to
1
be
also.
last.
So I just have a +7.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow.
Mine's 4.
Waldry's gonna be paced.
Oh boy, I forgot to roll for the.
Calgon, take me away.
You're going last. They won't see you as a threat.
Yes, if I soil my armor, then
Is
Uh,
soiling your armor a free action or
that would be a
Bonus.
reaction most likely.
bonus action?
Reaction.
Involuntary.
Well, again, unless
right?
you really want to. If you
Can I
Right. Plus it.
can I
Sure.
ask a question, Paul? Are the storm giants just as surprised
no, it
as
looks
us?
like the storm giants were not surprised by
They're-
this.
You know.
They were in on it.
Okay, so
Bastards.
why did this not work? There, now it worked. Okay. Okay, so Serendial, you are the first to be able to react.
Nice lightning bolt. These
Um,
motherfuckers.
So the giants, the guards appear to be kind of standing back, like they're not necessarily wanting to participate. The 4 giant lords, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that the let's see. Completely, this is weird. Okay, so the cloud giant, he was the one that was complaining the most.
Is that one up at the
Yeah,
top here?
no, this is him.
No, this.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is got a morning star out. The stone giant, who is this guy, he has a great club.
Yeah.
The fire giant countess, she has
It's
a
down
great
here.
sword. And the frost giant has a great axe. And
Damn, we are so fucked.
actually, all of you guys can make a perception check.
Come on.
Groot and Samrel,
Can?
I'm sorry, make insight
What
checks.
the hell?
Okay.
Sure.
Tim, you can make an insight check as well.
Also, Groot, didn't you roll 21?
Yeah,
You
he
first
did.
make a perception check, then if you got above a 15,
Got it.
if you got a 15 or higher, you can make an insight check. Okay. Okay, Samrel. You're the only one that catches this. I will tell you on your turn. Serendial, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to cast Wall of Force, and I'm going to put a Wall of Force down.
You should be able to just draw it.
Basically,
Cool.
not that wide.
All right. So
Yeah.
between the to block
Right,
off between
right.
the spiral stair
Yep.
entrance and where you guys. Okay.
Smart.
That should work. And I
And
believe
then
what's the height of that
that's
again?
mine.
Because it's going to be pretty long.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's not terribly
70
here,
feet
I'll put it out
long.
there. You
I
can
have
form
the
it into
same
a hemispherical
spell.
dome or a sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet, or you can shape it as a flat surface made up of 10 by 10 panels. So,
Also, if they're only 10 feet tall, they'll just like step over them.
Well, yeah, he can make. You can make 2 sections of it
fine.
20 feet high, but
yeah, I'll do the 2 sections basically here. These are 20 feet high. The rest is 10 by 10.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it's kind of an L-shaped Tetris block.
And then I as a bonus action, so I have the special ability to Misty Step.
Okay.
Shit. I Misty Step. Oh, sorry. Oh, I guess that doesn't do anything. You'll have to kill that as GM.
Okay, I'll do it.
I go 30 feet and drop in the water next to Krebs.
Okay. Time for a bath. All right.
I said, get out, bitches!
Okay. And Groot, it is your turn. If you're talking, Paul, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I was thinking out loud.
Okay.
It looks like the storm giants are holding off, right?
Yeah, they haven't acted yet, but they have not drawn their weapons. I mean, they had their hands on their weapons to escort you, but they haven't actually drawn them.
Yeah, I'd leave them alone. Yeah.
I don't think going in the water is the right thing personally, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna ready an action to shape change because I can do it as a bonus action. If somebody walks up and tries to whack me with a giant stick.
I'm sorry, what was I got
But
the trigger. What was
my action
shape
is
change?
to
Okay.
shape change. Yep. And I'm going to actually step behind the storm giant.
Okay. All right.
like
Yeah.
hide behind him because I think there's something fishy here.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
what's going on.
Yeah, so you kind of just slink between the legs of the storm giant because they're tall. You don't even brush the fringe of their smock or whatever it is he was wearing. It's actually his turn. And he's just looks down between his legs and he's then kind of moves around you to stand behind you again. Samuel, that would draw an opportunity attack if you wanted to attack him. But
nope, I'm not going to.
Okay. Actually, you know what?
The fact that he moved and didn't attack one of us makes me not attack him. If he chooses to attack us afterwards, that's fine. But
Right.
Did anybody but Kyle see the message I just whispered?
oh,
I didn't see anything.
I
No.
see it.
Okay,
so
all
it
right.
worked.
I could
What if
type
you say
without
yes?
mistyping everything. Okay. Okay, so that was the storm giant. The stone giant, he kind of raises his club to his forehead and kind of does this kind of what sounds like this communal chant, like a meditational type of chant. And then he steps forward and brings it down. Actually, didn't even need to step forward. He's got 15-foot reach. He brings it down on
Right.
you, Mirror, with 2 attacks. First one hits AC 28 for 17 bludgeoning.
That might hit. Yeah.
Okay. Second,
Just
AC 13. You must likely dodge out of the way of that one.
Yeah. 16 is
Okay.
my number. So what was that damage on the first
17
one?
bludgeoning from his first attack.
Okay.
And stop
Okay.
whispering rolls. I really wish I could just do that for everybody. Okay. That was his turn. The frost giant brandishes his great axe and runs right towards Valdry, and then bam, runs into the wall of force.
Nice.
And I'm gonna have him make.
Intelligence
No,
check.
I would say it would be a dex check to see if he could stay on his feet.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he remains on his feet, but yeah, so he's and he like kind of bangs against it with his great axe, but fearsome though the weapon appears, it doesn't appear to do anything like break through. The fire giantess, she picks up a rock from the floor nearby and pegs it at Valdry.
Of course.
Hits AC 21.
Yep.
29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
And never whisper.
Bitch.
And finally, the cloud giant. He looks up and down. No, he noticed what happened with the frost
Right.
giant. He misty steps,
Oh, fucker.
and it reappears right there. That was his action, though, so he cannot attack.
Bitch.
And that was his turn. Samuel, you are up.
All right. I am. Going to step up here.
Did you get my second whisper?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Gonna share?
So this one's the
Evidently not.
frost giant,
Yes.
cloud giant, stone giant, and fire giant.
Yep.
Was that it?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as far as we knew, the head of the fire giants was man. Did you say that this was a female
Yes.
fire
Yeah,
giant?
it is
Is.
definitely
So
not
they're
Duke
not-
Zalto. Duke Zalto is
Okay.
the head of the fire giants that you went to. And again, that was
any of
just a giant lord at that particular
Oh,
clan. of,
there's other
that-
other giant lords. Yeah.
Yes.
just-
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So these are, in our best estimation, these are all giant lords, just potentially from other.
Different.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
Different.
Yes, normally the
conflicts.
only giant lords are allowed in Maelstrom, as far as you are
Okay.
aware. So
Just double checking my knowledge.
yes,
So I'm gonna let everyone know that the frost giant has Harshnag's great axe. Harshnag's great axe. And then I'm going to stab this guy.
Stabby stab stab.
by this guy you mean
16
the
hit?
cloud giant.
Yeah.
Okay. He's just got natural armor, so that actually does hit.
Nice.
It takes 11, and I didn't turn on my 2d6, so I'll have to roll those. So he takes 15, and he has to succeed on a DC 15 strength saving throw or fall prone.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh, he got an 11,
Can always roll a 1.
so he falls prone.
Wow.
When
Holy
someone's
crap.
prone, are they able to do an opportunity attack on you?
Yes, but they would be
Okay.
attacking from prone, which may have certain advantages
Okay.
or disadvantages. I'm not sure what normally size doesn't come into play there because I mean, even prone, he's probably at the same
Yeah.
level you are. But I'd just simplify things and just basically have him attack with disadvantage. Okay, so yeah, he fell prone, and that's your turn.
Yep.
And Mirror, it is
I'm
now-
going to give an inspiration to Groot as well.
All right. Well, they are attacking us. And which one hit me? This one?
The fire
yeah.
giant. I'm sorry. No, the yes, the stone giant hit you with his great club.
Yeah.
Because he's a dick.
Right. So I'm gonna attack him with my bow and do my hunter's mark. And then shoot at him first. 19?
He. Yes, that hits.
Okay. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 damage. And then my second one, now that he has been damaged, I can turn my Colossal Slayer on. 13 would probably miss.
Yeah, that bounces off his hide.
I rolled pretty good there. Screw it. I'll take my thing right away.
Your inspiration?
Fuck it.
Okay, then
Yeah.
25 definitely hits.
Okay, so that's 8, 10, 14, plus say that 3 again, or do you want me to
No, you can
re-roll
keep
that
that just
hunter
once.
mark?
That's for your. That's for
Yeah.
that instance of hunter's
Okay.
mark.
So 10, 14, 17.
Okay. Yeah, he staggers back a bit and kind of roars a bit.
Yep. And I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'll stay where I'm at because I can't get out of that other guy's threatened area anyway. So
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Done.
The other storm giant guard also kind of steps back, but he's kind of blocked by this. So he
Right,
he just kind of
wall, yeah.
moves to block the exit by the stairwell.
Ah,
Valdry, it is your turn. Now that
So he's
Samuel has
moved?
pointed it out, you can clearly see that yes, the frost giant is wielding the same great axe that
Mm-hmm.
Harshnag wielded, and from what you remember, that was kind of an historic weapon for all frost
Yeah.
giants.
right.
Yep. So the cloud giant is
He is.
in. Where's his head? Is his head back towards the stone giant?
I would say his head's kind of in the direction of the pool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like here. Yeah.
All right.
I'm thinking that
well,
Samuel kind of swept the leg type of thing and knocked his
yeah.
feet up.
Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. All right. Fuck it. I am dashing for the pool as well.
Okay. Yeah, he would still get an opportunity attack, so
Yep.
he takes a wild swing. Make sure I get the right one here. He's got the Morning Star, so wow, 28.
Yeah.
He got lucky. Even no, I'm sorry, disadvantage. Nope, he dropped
Yeah.
his Morning Star,
Yeah.
Ah!
so he missed.
Okay.
Did it fall into the pool?
No, he was it's already prone, so
Uh,
he just
Okay.
kind of.
Well, shoot, I don't even have to dash. I can just get there 30
No.
feet. So then my action is going to be I'm going to fly like an eagle and poof my wings out so that the next time I'll be able to fly up out of the water.
Okay. So you kind of make your way over to the water and then sprout wings.
Yep.
All right. Back to the top. We're to Serendial.
Okay. I'm going to Misty Step basically right there.
Do you scoop up Krebs or do you leave him in the water?
Yeah, Krebs is my bud.
Okay.
Crabs.
And I fuck it. I'll lightning bolt these two bitches.
Which
Yeah.
The stone giant and the fire giant.
Yeah. I'm gonna do to you like we did to Zolto.
All right, so Dex
DC
save.
16 Dex or 31 lightning, bitches.
All right, so we'll take
Yes.
the Fire Giant Duchess first. She failed miserably,
No.
so she will take full damage and
Zapper.
the Cloud Giant. Oh, he dexed out of the way, but still takes half damage.
Still takes half.
So he takes 15, and she will take the full 31. All right, Zot, kaboom. And
All right,
you-
I assume if I move, would the fire giant get an attack of opportunity on me?
only if you moved out of her reach.
Oh, well, that's a moot point then. I will just stay right here.
Right.
Okay. Okay, Groot, you're up.
And I am blade singing, by the way.
Okay.
I need an earth elemental on the board, and I'd like to be able to have the stat block too, but unless it's on the, I couldn't pull it in.
Yeah, hang on. Edit in players' hurt journals. All players can be edited and controlled by all players. Save changes. Should be under NPCs, monsters, elementals
NPCs.
in the
Jesus.
third tab, in the journal tab.
Monsters. Okay, hang on. Oh, NPCs, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah, and probably I'll have to scale him down because he's large. I will do that. But he should be controllable by you as well.
Okay, let me.
He'd be about the size of a large square.
He is, yeah, he's huge galaxies large. Yep. Okay, so he's got. Just gonna move up to here. He's got 10-foot reach. That was a bonus action. And since he is prone, I get advantage to hit that motherfucker on the ground. So I'm gonna slam him twice.
Okay, 14 bludgeoning for your first hit. And that is also enough to hit. So another 17 bludgeoning.
Nice. Sweet.
Okay, kaboom, kaboom. And he's like, cursed small folk.
Yeah. This isn't that. I'm not that small, dude.
Yeah. Well, I saw what you were before. You're Mr. Stinky Ape originally. Okay, the Storm Giant looks like he's carefully watching what's going on, but is not taking part in the combat. The Stone Giant, who just got pinged by a lightning bolt.
Zap.
Yeah, he's not too fond of that. Let's see.
What's the reach on your earth elemental?
10 feet.
Okay, he's gonna walk. Yeah, he'd be just out of your reach. No. He actually would probably draw an opportunity attack from the Earth Elemental as he moves over to.
Good.
So if you.
17.
Oh, I'm sorry. The third. So I didn't see the
17
third
bludgeoning.
slam. Yeah, 17. So he takes 17 damage from another slam from the Earth Elemental.
Yeah. He's been hurt
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Okay. And are you guys doing lethal damage? Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They're doing lethal damage, aren't they?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
that's
still
about
up.
fair play.
I just wanted to make sure. Okay. And yep, he will swing at Serendial twice with his great club. First one is a
First is a miss.
miss. Second swing is also a miss.
Also a miss.
Swish, swish.
Nice.
Barely, but yay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
That's a win.
The frost giant. She. Let's see. Okay. She spends pretty much all her movement climbing over the wall of force
Mm-hmm.
and drops down.
Just as she's about to get over it. Oh no, I can't. I was gonna say I was gonna drop my concentration just as she's about to
Oh,
get over the other side.
Yeah, bro, that would have been
Swat.
funny.
okay.
Splat.
Yep. So she takes a swing. Oh crap! This is not adjusted. Hang on. I'm gonna roll this with my die because I don't have. I only have a normal great axe here. So 22. I'm sorry. She swings at you, Samuel. 22. Does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So its damage is this plus 1. Oops. Okay. 18 points of slashing damage. Actually, I could just roll and then add plus 1. That'd be easy enough. I'll just do that. Okay, so I'm sorry. So the first one hit for 18 slashing damage. Second attack hit AC 23 as well for 22 slashing damage.
All right.
And she shouts, "You shall be avenged for the death of my kin." And the fire giant then is going to swing.
We didn't kill
At-
your kin.
We didn't kill any cloud giants.
No, frost giants.
Yeah, we
We didn't
oh,
kill
yeah,
a
we
frost
killed
giant.
those giants.
No.
Well, fire giant is going to still try and kill Serendiel. Swings
Okay,
2 times with the greatsword.
We did kill fire giants.
we did kill some fire giants.
19, I'm assuming misses
Yeah.
you, like it did before.
Yay!
And 13 definitely misses. So swish, swish.
Yay!
I think something's going on here. People who can talk should do
Vol-
something.
The cloud giant is going to swing at Mirror.
Is he gonna stand
Oh yeah,
up?
he picks up his weapon, which is basically half his movement. He then stands from prone, which is the other half of his movement, and then he's going to take 2 swings with his Morningstar against
Who
Mirror.
was our frost giant buddy?
What?
Harshnag.
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 was.
I just couldn't remember his name.
29.
Yeah,
Mirror,
but
does
yeah.
that 29 hit you? All right, you
Oh,
take
yeah.
25 piercing damage from the first attack.
Okay.
20 hit you? Okay.
Yes. 16.
Another 30 from the second attack.
25 plus 30. Okay. Minus 5. Oh,
Hey!
still up.
Samuel, it is your turn.
Oops.
What the hell is happening? Why are you attacking us?
Did you say
You
that
didn't
too?
kill
We
anybody.
didn't kill anybody. Yeah.
You could say we were friends of Harshnag's.
Well, that's. I just want to see how they respond first.
Okay. Well, we did kill some fire giants.
You're the killer of frost giants.
Harshnag.
Harshnag was our
was-
friend. What?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
We were with him when he got that thing.
Yeah.
You can take advantage on this roll.
Oh, okay. Let me roll one more then.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Okay. The frost giant kind of cocks her head and says, "What do you mean? You killed him. You took his
He
axe.
did not.
Or you
He saved us.
we recovered
He
it.
saved our lives.
What do we know the name of the dragon?
The giant, the ancient blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saved us
that
from
was
the
that
ancient blue
dragon. we
dragon.
killed.
Yes.
We
Ancient blue dragon.
Oh.
The frost giant
What's
kind of
that
holds up his
dragons?
hand and says, "Hold up here. Something's not right." Mirror, it is your turn.
Yeah, what was that place called?
We were at
Temp-
we were at the
the-
temple. Yeah.
Yeah, we were at the
Yeah.
temple, but I cannot think
Yeah.
the dragon's name.
Yeah, he.
were at the temple. We talked to the oracle. We're trying to figure out how to
Yeah.
fix the ordning.
The stone giant then calls out, "What temple?"
God damn it! Didn't we
the
take notes?
Temple of the Allfather.
Temple of the
Yes,
All
of the
Father.
Allfather.
The Eye of the Allfather?
Yes.
You've been in the
Yeah.
I
eye.
have the All-Father.
You've been.
Yes?
Yes.
Harshnag. Yeah, we had to.
We were in there with
He-
Harshnag.
That's how he got the axe. He had to use the axe to get into by the oracle.
Okay, now the stone giant lowers his great club and says, "You've actually been in the presence of the oracle?"
Yes.
Correct.
We have
it
communed with
twice?
the
We all have.
Oracle.
Wasn't it twice?
The storm
Yeah,
giant.
twice, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
it
storm
was.
giants just observe. Valdry, it is your turn.
Yeah, so I see how this. Yeah, I was like, yeah, we ventured to the Oracle of the Allfather with Harshnag, and learned of the ordning, and so now we are trying to repair the ordning. And Harshnag was our dear compatriot, and helped us.
Okay.
And perished.
And perished to save. He nobly sacrificed himself to save us from the ancient blue dragon.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like no the frost giant has gone from hostile to neutral. So has the stone giant. So far, the fire giant and the cloud giant both
Cloud
look
giant.
very hostile. Still.
Okay.
Which two look hostile? The cloud?
Cloud and
guy
the
with his
fire.
arms crossed and the fire person.
Sorrendil, it is your turn. Do you wish to?
We speak or attack?
Fire giants.
Talk to the.
Talk to the
Yeah.
hand.
Talk to Dan. I say Okay, well, I am going to use. I have how many of these left? Hang on. I can do face step. Use this trade number equal to your proficiency bonus. Okay, so I'm going to peace out over here. And then I'm going to say Harshnag was a hero who saved our lives from the ancient blue dragon so that we could help restore the ordning.
Okay. And Groot. That's
Groot's
right.
an
Yeah, he is an
elemental.
elemental, but he
Yeah,
still
he ain't
gets an
saying
action.
shit.
Just a lot of
No.
earthy words.
I nod my assent and move. To
Say
here.
something that
Not-
sounds like an avalanche.
Yeah, but I move to there, but I don't do anything. I guess actually, my reaction would be if somebody attacks me, then
Ready in action
Right.
to.
put in action to beat somebody.
Oh yeah, and I would have
Sure.
after I spoke, I was going to move like 15 feet more towards the center, and then 15 feet up in the air,
Okay.
just so I'm kind of centered over the pond, the pool or the pond, whatever.
Okay.
Zephyros is the cloud giant, right?
Zephyros.
With our buddy,
Was our
yes.
friend?
Zephyros and
Yeah.
what was the other?
Well,
like
so
the queen
Yeah,
that we
Countess
want.
He hated
Countess
us.
Sans, she didn't care for us. We spoke to her brother,
Your brother.
That's yeah, but we need to
Count-
bring that up
Count
Well, I was
Dolan,
just
to
I was
calm
gonna
her
ask
down.
him if he knew of Zephyros.
Count Dolan, or of Zephyros,
Our
yeah.
friend Zephyros.
I didn't catch. I just caught Zephyros. What are you saying?
I just wanted to ask this guy if he knows of our friend Zephyros.
You can ask on your turn.
On my turn, I'll ask.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Group moved. Storm Giant's observing. The Stone Giant is going to. The Storm Giant is trying to hold back the Fire Giant Countess, saying, like, wait a minute,
Stone
we
giant.
must be wiser than this. We must not follow our instinctual need to
Base
smash.
instincts.
And the Fire Giant's like, fuck you, I'm going to smash. Likewise, the Frost Giant is saying, Vol, calm yourself. We need to get to the bottom of this. And oh my God, they both rolled natural ones.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the Cloud Giant Vol, he apparently his temper was just so short from having to wait all day and still not getting to speak to Countess Sarissa. He is still in a pissed off mood. So Fire Giantess Tartha, she's like, all this proves nothing. We've been told that you have caused the death of fire giants, and for this, your life is forfeit. And she looks around and sees like the earth elemental right there, and being a fire giant, she's got this kind of martial pride thing going on.
You're right.
So she's going to take on the earth elemental. She makes 2 great sword attacks against you, Groot. Oh crap! Natural 20. So first attack is 53 points of slashing damage. Which as an earth elemental,
Are these
I'm sorry?
magical? Is it
I was going to say it's a non-magical weapon, so I think she would have.
Okay, so
you'd have resistance against the damage, which is good news for you. Second attack is a 16, which might still hit you. Oh, it doesn't? Okay, so it bounces off your stone hide. And
then I use my reaction
you can kick in your
back.
reaction. Are you going to slam her back?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that she has plate mail armor on, but that does still hit her. So she takes 16 bludgeoning. Okay. And the Cloud Giant Vol, he's just pissed off. Again, because he just had a really bad day. He doesn't really have any offensive spells. He's like, well, why should these people get to see her before us? And he grabs you, Mirror, and flings you down the hallway.
This
What a
guy?
dick.
So you need to make a DC 20 Dex saving throw.
Okay. Saving throw.
Okay. You are thrown down the hallway. Not the whole way down the whole way down the hallway, but you basically land like between the 2 doors. So
yeah, okay.
narrowly missing the storm giant as you fly past. So you take oops. 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, okay.
And that was his turn. Samuel, it is your turn.
What was his name again? I heard his name and now I forgot it.
The Cloud Giant?
Yeah.
Vol was what you heard.
Vol, stop attacking. Zephyros sent us here.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Going to.
Again with advantage.
And okay.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Ouch.
All right. So at the name drop of Zephyros, he actually does stop and says, Zephyros? How do you know Zephyros?
We
Yeah,
traveled with
We
Zephyr.
traveled with him. He sent us. He was worried about the ordning as well.
So Zephyros is traveling the area? Crazy son of a bitch. Okay. So it looks like he may have been somewhat diffused by your persuasion attempt. Mirror, it is your turn. You're currently prone.
Yeah. I'll get up and,
Okay, that would be half your movement to get up.
you know, I'm gonna do basically a double move, and I'm just gonna walk like back up this
Okay,
way.
again, you get what's your normal movement rate? Okay,
30.
so you'd be able to move 45 feet with a dash.
Yeah, so 10, 20, 30. That's about. I'll move like
Okay.
right there. So I'm out of reach of this guy, and this guy's not attacking us anyway, so I'm not too worried about him. And then I also mentioned that we also visited, the cloud giants, but the queen would not give us any
Well,
assistance.
No, he's already back down.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
he's
mentioned
already-
you visited the
yeah, he's
Cloud
back
Giants.
down.
The Queen would not. We said, what Queen? Who are you talking about?
well,
What-
we made
what was her
friends
name?
with.
Zephyros.
No,
We
what's
we attempted it. We
That was
had
the
an
brother.
audience with
The-
Countess
no,
Sansuri,
we-
but
Countess.
Count Tholen, her
Tholen
brother.
was our friend.
Oh.
Countess Sensori was busy,
Yeah,
so
right.
we made acquaintance with Count Tholen.
Brief, yes.
Oh, so you've met Count Tholen. Yeah, he's kind of an officious prick.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Sensori was
bit.
a little busy, so we didn't end up meeting her.
She is that. She is that. So it looks like he's still diffused.
Okay.
Okay, Cloud Giant, or excuse me, the Storm Giant again is still observing. Valdry, it is your turn. You're now kind of flapping above the water.
I'm going to flap about. I'm gonna go 30 feet higher up.
Okay, you're
just
basically
kind
at the
of
ceiling now.
Hover. Yeah, that's fine. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Yeah.
And what is the fire giant doing?
She looks like she might be the only one that's still hostile. I mean, it's not her turn, but she looks like she'll attack someone.
I say out, to the storm giant and the stone giant. We wish to harm no one here. We merely sought an audience with Sarissa. We do not want to fight you or harm anyone.
Okay. Make a persuasion attempt.
20 persuasion.
And he said that to the. I'm sorry, which giants?
To the frost and the stone, and I am going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So the frost. Okay. So I will
The
basically.
frost and the stone.
Okay. So the frost is basically more or less sympathetic. Well, there's the stone giant is. Okay. All right. Never mind. I was confused. Okay. So yes, they will both get advantage on their attempts to calm their companions.
Okay.
Serendial.
I yell out that the fire giant lord of Iron Slog cut a deal.
Zalto.
Yeah, Zalto cut a deal with the drow who delivered to him a weapon of horrible power.
Okay.
Yes. Nice.
I don't know if the other giants are aware of that, or if even this fire giant is aware of it. I don't know if this
They-
fire giant's from Iron
Yeah.
Slog, but I'm throwing that out there.
The other giants are kind of like, say what? The fire giantess, she like turns like 15 shades of purple red and says, "I will rip your head off and shit down your neck."
Okay, I prepare. If she comes anywhere close to me,
Lightning bolt.
I'm gonna lightning bolt her ass.
Okay. Okay. Groot, it is your turn.
You're muted, Paul.
So she's still being actively aggressive. Towards
Yeah,
us
but
then,
no
right?
longer towards you.
Yeah.
Now she's fully turned her attention to Serendil.
I pissed
Shoot
it
some
off.
sand in her nooks and crannies and make her
Um,
all itchy and
so-
uncomfortable.
So I don't know. I'm gonna try and sweep the leg
Sweep the leg.
and knock her down. I don't know how you want me to do that, but
You got a problem with that?
Yeah, with the abstract nature of combat, I would say that if you want to,
I want to subdue her.
well, you
Right.
could do
That's what I
a
wanna do.
grapple check, but a grapple would not like prevent her from attacking. It would prevent her from moving, though.
That's what I want to do. She can't reach it
Okay,
from there.
so then, yeah, if you wanted to attempt to grapple, you could do that, which would basically be your strength, and she would oppose it with
Oh.
strength or escape artist. Or
Yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah.
It's late. I'm going to use my inspiration.
17? Okay. So she'll just oppose that with her strength. Okay.
Ha!
Ah!
So
Wow.
yeah,
I got her.
she's actually grappled. All right. So you would
Nice.
you would kind of need to move next to her there.
Closer. Okay.
But yes, she is now grappled and effectively has 0 movement, so she's not able to get any closer. Storm Giant is looking a little bit concerned now, based on the actions, and so he kind of steps forward, ready to take action if necessary. If like somebody tries to, well, yeah, you have been actively hurting the lords, but it seems like things are starting to get a little bit out of hand. The Stone Giant actually also kind of puts his hands on the Fire Giant's shoulders and says, wait, you're being manipulated here. Somebody is pulling some strings, and your anger is letting you lose track of what is best for the Fire Giants and all giant kind. And I will give him advantage because of Valdry's previous interaction. And okay, you see some of the fire kind of die down in the Fire Giantess's eyes. It seems like one more nudge might get her in like the diffused direction, but she's not actively. I mean, she is still restrained, and if you let her go, it's unpredictable which way she could go. But I guess the Frost Giant also gets a chance to do that. He says, "Yes, we must get to the bottom of this and find out what is going on." And nobody's listening to her. Not her, not him. The Frost Giant is a female. I keep forgetting. Okay, so the Fire Giantess is struggling. She doesn't like being restrained, so she's going to try and break free of the grapple. So
Okay.
you can make another strength check, Paul, and she will attempt to break free of it. Oh, okay, so she's not able
Nice.
to break free. So she's still struggling, but she's not attacking. She just wants to be free of the grapple, and she says, but these
And
small folk
he's
have
not
killed
hurting her.
giants. Surprisingly, the Cloud Giant Vol says, "So what if they have? I'm curious to find out what the hell's going on here." And he doesn't attack this round. Samuel?
Can you tell me if you've ever killed a giant?
Who's this?
Directed at the fire giant.
Oh,
Yeah, have you never killed one? Right.
You've never killed a giant for your own safety?
I've killed many giants who have stood against the Fire Giants, but never one of our own.
Then we are no different.
Then we are no different.
Make another persuasion check. again with
Come on,
With
you
advantage.
silver-tongued devil.
With advantage? All right.
ooh.
Yes!
All right. So with that, the last of the fire seems to go out of her eyes, and she kind of like slumps back in the arms of the earth elemental, and says, "Very well. I'm willing to hear what these small folk have to say." So, I'm going to drop out of combat. You've effectively diffused the scenario, and the frost giant says, "This was given to me by Mirren." He indicates the great axe that he was wielding. She said that Harshnag was killed by small folk, and that this was recovered with his body.
It's not true.
That was recovered with
Nah.
his body, but he was killed by an ancient blue. Was it?
By
Yeah, it was
battling the ancient blue
blue
dragon,
dragon.
and his
In-
Said it.
his
That
in the
attack-
Oracle's Hall, and I think the Oracle's Hall was collapsed
It
after
collapsed.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it collapsed.
It
Right.
fell in on him.
It
his
just
sacrifice
it
allowed us
destroyed the temple of the Allfather.
The eye
to
of the
escape
Allfather.
and to
Yeah.
continue on with our quest to restore the ordning.
At the mention of the destruction of the Eye of the Allfather, all the giants are kind of taken aback, particularly the stone giant, who seems to be the most religious one of the bunch.
Right.
And it was the ancient blue dragon who came crashing in, who is responsible for this destruction
Did
of the
the
temple.
destruction.
At the
Right.
mention of the blue dragon, at this, the fire giant's eyes now kind of like snap up. And so you're saying a dragon is the one that did this?
Didn't she change shape into a giant? Was it a storm giant?
Yes,
No.
it
She shape-changed.
it
The
shape
ancient
shifted
blue
multiple
dragon.
To
times.
get out?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
I thought it was into a storm giant.
I thought so too.
I don't remember the shape changing. I just remember running. That's all I remember.
Yeah,
Right.
I won't
Well,
make you
Yeah.
re-roll because you remember correctly that if you recall that only a giant could open the portal to
Right.
the oracle, and
Mhm.
the
Well, I tell
after the
them that. I
dragon
say the
entered,
dragon.
it did assume storm giant form and try to use that weapon to
Right.
access the oracle before
Yeah. Right.
while Harshnag was trying to stop her.
So I tell them.
Yes.
Okay, and so the other giant lords look at each other and say, "I think that we should demand to speak with Princess Sarissa immediately."
I say, may I ask the two storm giant women?
Guards.
No, who were playing, or the other who were down here earlier. What are their names?
That would be Mirren and Nim, Sarissa's sisters. They were entertaining us
God.
while we were waiting to speak with Sarissa on our
They're-
own business.
Yeah.
The-
Just
the-
distracting.
I say the Oracle told us that they are the ones who misled King Hecaton and may not be entirely
They may be responsible.
truthful and
for-
trusting.
That
Okay. Well, I'm just saying we're relaying what the Oracle said. It's not my opinion.
Val's like, okay, I've heard enough. I have waited long enough. He strides up to the storm giant guard and says, "You either bring us to Countess Sarissa right now, or I'm going to take that weapon of yours and shove it so far up your ass your helmet's going to pop off." The storm giant
Well,
doesn't like change expression on his face, but he like briefly looks at the other storm giant, who kind of nods and says, "Very well, we will convey your request. Please accompany us to the throne room."
Nice.
Can you give us a few minutes to like heal?
yeah.
Sure, we can take a breather. These
How about
the other giants are
Yeah.
now kind of talking amongst themselves, and Yeah. So you guys want to take a short rest to apply hit dice or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah. I'm down to like 16 points. So
I go over to mirror, and I will.
Well, you can use if we're taking a short rest, you can use hit dice.
And I can. Well, I've got my staff of healing too.
Well, but if you save it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
save
Do
it.
hit dice. Yeah.
Also, remember you get a bonus from me.
Oh yeah, your bard song,
for what?
Yeah, bard
song of healing.
song or
What
whatever.
does that? What does that
Song
do?
of rest.
And Paul, you could kill that force wall. For
Alright.
some reason, I'm not able to.
Yeah. Sometimes the drawing
What is
doesn't
that?
behave.
Samuel, what does that give us?
Trying to find it
Look it up.
again. So the Song of Rest. You add 1d8 extra HP when you use a hit die.
Oh,
Or
nice.
well, like 1d8 total, not per hit die.
Right. So on the first one.
Yeah, so on the first one, you can use an additional d8.
Okay. Let me roll one
I
here.
should have had a D8.
Huh?
That doesn't scale like the other one, like your bardic inspiration, does it?
It does scale, but again, it's only one time per rest, so it's not like if you roll 4 hit die, you get to roll 4 additional d8s. You just get to use one.
No, I know, but you're
Right,
level 10,
yeah.
so isn't it up to D?
At level 9, it became a d8.
Oh, okay.
What?
Oh, okay. So it scales differently than the bardic inspiration. Gotcha.
How'd you
Yeah.
get a -2?
The hell?
You rolled 1 + 1. Holy cow!
Yeah. Exactly.
That's worse than my
Good thing
rolling.
Samuel gave you the song of rest.
There we go. So I had one.
All right. I'm good.
7. I got 3 more. Damn it. I'm up to 83, so
I can. What's your max?
114.
Well, here I can. Let me hit you with the old staff o' healing. I'll do some cure wounds on it for you here. So let's.
Yeah, and you could have done some cure wounds before our rest too, because you would get them back.
So you get 9,
All right.
and then. Another 7.
All right. I'm at 99.
And I'll give you one more. You get 6.
All right. That'll work. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you guys want to do before you head upstairs?
I think we've
I need to pee.
Okay, we can take another short break. I don't want to end the session quite yet because
Right.
fine.
No, that's
Alright,
fine.
so
I'm on
the-
vacation. Oh wait, I'm retired. That's right.
Retired.
Oh yeah,
You're always on
permanently on permanent
I'm
vacation.
off as well this week. So
Me
Okay.
too. I got no.
we'll take another quick break. Back in a bit. Okay, potty break over. Yeah, so the Giants let you take a potty break before you go up to see the Countess Sarissa.
Baldry's whizzing in the
Yeah.
pool.
Don't pee in the pool. That's what that steam room is for. So they will lead you upstairs, and I guess I'll just transition you guys over to that map. Kind of got you arranged how it'll play out. So they lead you up into the chamber. You don't see Mirren or Nim anywhere where the crab's still there, but they are not in this room at all. So the guards again are kind of like one in front and one behind. Then you guys, and then the Cloud Giant Lord, or the other Giant Lords behind you. They lead you down this hallway that Krebs briefly took a look down before, and guarding these two big double doors are two hill giants actually, and they're standing guard. And the Cloud Giant approaches and kind of looks down at them, and the hill.
You mean the
I'm
storm
sorry,
giant?
yes, the hill. I get confused them all. The storm giants. The storm giant looks down at the hill giants and says, "Well, are you going to open the door for us?" And the two hill giants are like, yeah, what you want again?" And the Cloud Giant's like, "Cog, we are going to see Countess Sarissa. I'm sorry, Princess Sarissa. Just let us at the door." The two hill giants kind of look at each other and go, "Okay." And they open up the door and step to the side, and the Cloud Giants, excuse me, the Storm Giants usher you guys on through into this larger chamber. And give me about a half hour, and I'll really reveal that for you. Okay, this actually shouldn't be too bad. Down in here, down here, down here, down here.
A little off of here, a little off
Yeah.
of there.
So, yeah, you see what looks like it resembles like an amphitheater. There's these stone bleachers that overlook an oblong chamber with a 50-foot deep pool of seawater near its center. In the middle of the bleachers is an archway with the doors in it, which you guys are coming through. Facing the pool and the doors are three enormous thrones. Two smaller thrones made of coral and giant seashells flank the middle one, which is carved from a solid chunk of obsidian. The obsidian throne has 4 blue dragon skulls affixed to its base, and it floats a foot above the floor. Sitting in the floating throne is a female storm giant, dressed in regal attire and wearing a tapered mithril rod as a pendant tied to a kelp necklace. She bears a wooden maul made from the mast of a warship. Flanking her is an older male storm giant bearing a giant-sized trident, and a mature female storm giant who appears to be unarmed but wears a ceremonial headdress made from what looks to be an enormous thigh bone of some sort. And off to the sides of them are the two storm giant females that you had spotted earlier, presumably Mirren and Nim. And the hill giants step aside, and you are escorted into the chamber.
Cool.
And let me see if I can do this without. Hang on. The two guards will stand, like flank the entrance, allowing you guys into the room. Hang on. Gotta move you guys
What
one
was
at a
the name
time
of the
here.
blue dragon? Zaphos?
No,
Zenthros?
the ancient blue dragon.
I cannot remember his name.
A her, wasn't it? I thought it was a her.
Oh, I can't remember its name.
If you guys want to make an insight check, her name has been mentioned.
I know.
Nope.
That's about right.
Tim don't know shit.
Wait, there was a blue dragon?
What blue
Just-
dragon?
Just a minute.
15 enough?
Nope.
What are we? What are we making? What check? Insight?
So
Nope.
18. Wow. Okay.
you suck.
Just.
$18, huh?
Yeah, not good enough.
The reason I ask is I suspect we are in the presence of that very blue dragon right now.
Hmm.
I feel like that blue dragon died.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't think so.
Oh.
I can safely assure you that no blue dragon has died in the presence of your characters in the course of this campaign. You didn't even fight the blue dragons when you went to that lair with Felgalos.
No, but that Eye of the Allfather collapsed on the blue dragon.
But
Right.
we didn't see a death.
Right.
Yeah, and the axe is out of there.
Yeah, well, Hackathon's
So-
not,
so-
so, or
there's
whatever his
something
name
left.
is. Harry.
Is the
Harshnag?
dragon's name Limrith?
Harshnag, there we go,
Limrith,
yeah.
Doom of the Desert? Is that the ancient blue dragon's name? Limrith?
Eamrith would be, yes.
Or Eamrith? Okay,
Oops.
You did take notes.
I did.
And for that, you should be rewarded. Yes, Gimrith. Starting with an
Gimrith?
I.
Okay. Because that dragon's children are Anaxter and Chizaran.
I suspect we are in the presence of all three of those.
I don't know.
In any case, the
I
guards
don't know about that.
announced that the giant lords, and they actually rattle off the name of the giant lords for you. Up till now, you actually haven't been formally introduced, although you probably would have maybe gone through that stage during, before you approached. But the cloud giant is Count Val. The fire giant is a duchess named Tartha. The frost giant is a jarl named Helenhild. And the stone giant is Thane Braxow. So the guard rattles off their names, and
I motioned to my compatriots that we should probably take a knee or something to show genuflect properly.
I'm gonna follow whatever the giants do that walk in.
Yeah,
And
but
if they take a knee, then I'm going
Uh,
to.
Well, if
but-
their names are mentioned, I will bow to each of them as
yes.
okay. Well,
their
as
name is mentioned.
and then the guard continues and says, "With them are guests, the first small folk to have entered Maelstrom since time immemorial. They have been brought at the request of the giant lords to seek an audience with you, Princess Sarissa." The giant lords, they bow basically from the hip forward.
I will
Yep.
follow suit.
Do
Okay,
that.
so you follow suit. Okay.
Yep.
The princess is seated on the throne, and she says, "Thank you. Rise and approach." And the giants step forward, and Helenhild, the one who had the axe, she addresses the princess and says, "Majesty, we were summoned here at the request of your sisters because of the activity of the small folk encroaching upon our lands, and we have been trying to make sense of this and find out a way that we can resolve this situation. And your sisters had been counseling us that war was inevitable, and so we sought to ally ourselves with the storm giants so that giant kind may be better protected. But in the process of waiting for an audience, these small folk entered Maelstrom, an occurrence heretofore unheard of, but they have come bearing a tale that has filled us with trepidation and caution, and we would wish to find the truth of the matter before taking action. And Val says, by the way, we waited a really long time before we could see you, and I'm really, really tired of it. So if we could get this done with quickly, that would be great.
Oh my
Thanks.
god.
I love him.
Um,
He's my favorite.
No filter.
no filter. Okay, Princess
Oh, you're great.
Princess Sarissa says, yes, and I'm sorry for keeping you for so long. I was unaware that you were waiting. And she looks sidelong at her sisters briefly.
Ooh.
But now this, as Hallenhild has stated, this is a heretofore unknown occurrence. How is it that you small folk managed to find the hidden fortress of Maelstrom, and why have you come?
We've been guided by the Allfather.
It says the Allfather, and she looks at the other
Yes.
the other
Which one?
giants, and the stone giant steps forward and says, yes, Your Grace, I believe this to be true. I have talked with them, and they have said things that only someone who is in the presence of the divine oracle could know. They also report that the Eye of the Allfather has been in fact destroyed, and that dire things are converging that we must take action against very soon. But they would be best to describe it to you firsthand. And he kind of gestures for you to continue.
Yes.
I say we
we're led-
spill as much as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
could
were led
edit.
by our friend Harshnag to the Eye of the Allfather, and we spoke with the Oracle. And in our time speaking with the Oracle, he was killed by an ancient blue dragon, Illith, or what was the
Make an insight check.
Don?
Yes. Not Limrith, but Eaminth?
Eamenth? Yeah, I don't know how to
Ymrith.
pronounce it, but I heard
Ymrith.
what it was.
Yes, Ymrith is
Yeah.
in.
Imrith.
Imarith. Okay.
Imrith destroyed the Eye of the
Who
Allfather.
battled with
and battled
Harshnag.
with Harshnag.
And the oracle told us that to help the ordning, to help with the breaking of the ordning, we needed to get to the Maelstrom, and then he gave us hints about the conches,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Gave
Yep.
us guidance to find the conches and make our way
Yep.
here.
To get here. Yep.
And at this, the male storm giant steps forward and says, you were directed here directly by the Oracle herself.
Correct.
Yep.
And how,
Yes.
and
Yep.
you were directed to find these conches. Where did you get them? Only giant lords are able to have conches. They were granted
We
by my brother
spoke with-
Hecaton himself.
We spoke with several of the giant lords, and two of them we managed to borrow the conches from.
At this, the female to the left of the princess steps forward and Your Highness, they are clearly lying. No giant would borrow a conch.
Borrow is loosely used in this context.
You see,
Convinced Lady Goo.
they are
to relinquish
insurrectionists.
her.
They are
Lady-
attempting to stir civil war. They wish to bring down all of giant kind. If you let them manipulate you,
We're looking to restore
The
your
ordning.
order. the disorder of the giants fighting amongst one another to gain power is ruining
Giant.
our land and everything for the small folk.
And it
That's
is
it's not
ruining
helping
giant
you.
kind.
Does this woman
Yep.
who is speaking now look familiar to us in any way, shape, or form?
No,
You think it's Illith or whatever.
you've
Yeah, I
not
do.
seen her before. You've not seen any of them
Okay.
before. Um, make make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Anyone? Yeah,
All
anyone
of us?
in the room.
I know
Oh,
exactly.
God,
you're
this-
thinking
I
it's
have
Imrith. I
zero.
know what you're.
Hey, way to go, Kyle. All right.
I had the same thought, Tim, so I know exactly what you're thinking.
Yep.
2.
Okay, so Samral and Sorendiel, you both think that the bone that she's wearing is actually from a dragon. Her actual the thing that's like threaded through her
Yeah.
hair, it actually may be like the
Mhm.
thigh bone of a dragon or part of the skeleton of a dragon.
I'm gonna ask her where did you get that dragon bone?
What business is that of yours? If you must know, it's a ceremonial headdress.
Made from dragons?
Your Highness, they are easily trying to distract you here. It's quite obvious that they murdered some of the giant lords and stole their conch and tried to infiltrate here so that they could attempt to assassinate you or cause disruption to the storm giants.
We have no desire to harm the storm giants at all.
Does it
as
look
we have
like the 5 of us are about to fight all of you giants? Do we look that dumb?
Or that tough?
Why the hell would we have come here?
we only
That just-
wish to
that just
restore
doesn't
the,
make any
the
I-
sense.
order
I-
so as to
I'm gonna.
Call-
I'm
one,
gonna ask
two,
the
three,
lady,
four,
the
five,
Sarissa.
six.
I'm gonna say, Lady Sarissa. Do you have a
Or
meat?
13.
Countess
It's
Countess
actually
Sarissa.
princess. It's princess, not
Or
countess.
It's actually
Princess
princess, yeah.
Sarissa.
Do you have a way of determining the veracity of what we say? I for one will gladly submit if you have a method to determine if we are telling the truth.
If we're being
Circle
truthful.
of truth. I will
Well, it's
submit
not-
to a test.
She thinks for a second and then says, "No, I don't think that is necessary. You are obviously very brave coming in here. As I've said, this is the first time the small folk have been here in many a year. As long as I have been alive, no small folk have ever been granted an audience here, much less to partaken in any of our councils. I would be very, very, very curious to hear what you have to say, because I would like to know what has happened with my family." And at this, Helen Hild also steps forward and says, "And I would like to know how it is that this weapon, which is a sacred relic to all giant kind, found its way into my hands. Because from what you told me," and here he looks at Mirren, who's apparently this one on the left, you said that this was taken from the corpse of Harshnag, and based on what these small folk are saying, that he actually died in the collapse of the destruction of the temple of the Allfather. So how did you get this weapon to give to me? And
There was only one other being in that collapse.
Correct.
Mirren looks at the frost giant and says,
Mm-hmm.
"I found that. The circumstances are what I understood it to be in terms of how it was obtained.
And who gave it to you?
No one gave it to me. I found it."
How did
In
you
the
know
temple
the
of the
story
Allfather?
if you just found it? I guess.
I will say no more on this matter. You are the ones who are the uninvited guests here, not me. You are the ones who must explain yourselves, not me.
He was questioning
We
you,
have
not
been,
us.
and we were
She
told to
was.
be here by the Allfather. The Oracle said this is where we should go. We're here to help.
We were sent here by the Allfather, not by you.
Sarissa thinks for a second and then says, Mirren, Nim, will you please escort the lords to their chambers and then await my word? And they look at her
Yes.
and
Sweet.
the giant lords also look a little bit like uneasy about this,
Confused?
but she says, this is for your own safety, my lords. If something were to happen, if there is some danger here, I would prefer you to be in a safe place so that no harm may come to you. I already understand that there was some sort of a misunderstanding below, and I would not wish things to escalate to a point. This is a very volatile moment in our in the history of our kind. So if you will indulge me, please wait a bit longer, and I will hear everything that you have to say and be much more open to it if the truth is discovered. So with some grumbling, they all kind of nod. Mirren and Nim look much less
Right.
happy about things.
Enthused.
The male kind of steps forward and says, you will escort them to their chambers. This is the acting leader of giant kind, and you will listen to her. And the two sisters like kind of look at each other and then look at them and then kind of stalk forward and say, without a word, leave the chamber. And the giant lords then kind of look at each other and then look at you guys and
Follow.
they say,
Yep.
well, I hope the frost giantess says, I do hope the truth of this matter is resolved. I am glad that this has been returned to a giant kind, but if our comrade Harshnag, who was a bit of a renegade and had been considered not necessarily one of the paragons of giant kind, actually fell defending the Temple of Allfather from an attack and gave his life to do so, this will be held in high reverential regard, and his name will be forever mythologized amongst the frost giants. In either case, you've been very brave in coming here and coming forward with these truths.
I bow.
He was our friend, and he died for the good of all giant kind.
The truth shall be known, but something in my gut tells me that you are telling the truth, and for that, I think you all should be commended. And she bows before you and follows the others out the door. Oops, not the hill giant.
Whoop! Oh god.
All right, so they leave, and the door is shut behind them. And I'm just going to move off to the side here so I can get them out of the way.
The two guards stay
Yes,
in
the
there?
two guards stay in there. And so Princess Sarissa says, come closer.
Okay.
Here we come closer.
Yep.
This, and she indicates to the other two giants with her, and she first indicates the man or the male giant, and says, "This is Uthor. This is my uncle, my father's brother. He has been advising me closely since my father's disappearance, and I trust his judgment in all matters implicitly. And this is Mithiri. She is also my advisor, one of my closest advisors, and she has kept me
Oh.
going through all of this.
What was her name?
Mithiri.
Mary.
Still don't trust her.
But tell me, I would like to know, my mother, when she was killed, it was blamed upon the small folk. She was found dead in the area of, it was all signs pointed to the Lord's Alliance as having conspired to bring her down. But I know that throughout her life, she had always had a soft spot for the small folk and had always said that they were unfairly maligned and that more could be gained from an alliance with the small folk than from opposition to them. I would like to believe the same. Before, or excuse me, when her body was found, there was no physical proof that her wounds had been caused by the small folk. It was really coincidental that circumstances seemed to point to the Lord's Alliance as having arranged all this, and in general, the small folk. However, there was one thing that was found in her vicinity, and she reaches into her gown and brings forth something small, especially in her hands. But she stretches out her hand and says, "Please tell me, what do you know of this?"
What is it?
Yeah, I'm going to.
In her hand is a very
I'll
small
move up.
wooden token, and upon it you see what looks to be a goose engraved in gold.
No.
Wasn't that on the boat that
Yeah, I
we
was
were
gonna say,
on,
that's
the
from
gambling boat?
The gambling
Yes.
boat.
It's a gambling chip.
Yeah, I still have some.
Yeah, you
Right,
You
you
should
do.
pull them out.
I pull them out.
Yeah.
I say, like this.
Yes, and it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same token. When you pull it out,
A golden goose. Yeah.
she says,
I say,
"This cannot
"These
be
are-
mere coincidence that would have brought you here that would know of this sign. What is
These
it?"
are coins that are used on a gambling ship in this. What was the name of the city? I forget.
Yarder. It was the
Yarder.
Yarder. I was just
Yarder.
gonna say
In
Yarder,
the
yeah.
city of Yarder. These.
Yeah.
They are
It's
used by
nothing to
gamblers
do
in the
with
city
Lord's
of Yarder.
Alliance.
That's very, very strange.
It's nothing to do with Lord's Alliance that we know of.
no, as far as you're aware, yeah. There's not much of a
Yeah.
link of, if any, to the Lord's Alliance.
That is bizarre.
And at this, Uthor looks kind of like troubled,
Didn't
and he's like,
the like when we were in like the Oracle, didn't they say something about the sisters? I'm trying to recall.
Yeah, but we shouldn't say anything about the sisters for
we're
right
not
now.
saying.
No, I think we should right
I-
now because they're
Well,
not here.
I think Sarissa has the sense that maybe about her sister. I don't think we should poke that
I don't think we
particular
should
bear.
talk about it.
I think we should. I'm opposed to that decision.
Well, let's see how this plays out. Maybe we'll drop that little nugget.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uther he looks troubled. He's like, "So you have had dealings with the small folk that are associated with that token, and you say it's a gambling ship?"
Yes.
Yes.
It's the currency that is used on the ship by anyone who gambles there. We had to infiltrate the ship to gain information, and I just happened to keep some of the coins. I say you may have them if you wish.
The princess says, "No, I don't think there is any need, but if you say you have infiltrated this place before to gain information, what information did you gain?"
And that's where my brain needs an insight check. 'Cause that was
Right,
so
right.
long
Yeah.
ago. I don't.
We were
recall.
looking.
Yeah.
That was like over a
We
year
were
ago.
looking for a person. I
Right.
remember.
Yeah.
That was one of the first stops
'Cause-
too, right?
Yeah, it was.
Where-
It
Yeah.
was related to that guy who he got. There was
Hang
a
on.
lady that drugged him, and he was found
Yeah.
half
Yes.
naked.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, you showed up in town,
And he was from a rich family.
exactly right, and then you did it at the request of her family to get an in, and plus
Yes.
you were doing it as a favor to what's his name, the wizard from the Harpers, who would grant you
Yep.
access to the
Yes.
teleportation network. So yeah, it wasn't directly related to the ordning in any way that you remember.
In any way, no.
Right.
But I'd tell her everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll tell her the story of the lady who was drugging people, and so it wasn't related to the ordning. It was to befriend people within the town.
And Uther says, but your mother's body was found nowhere near this yarder. It was leagues and leagues away. What does this have to do?
Where was it found?
Oh, that's a great question, which the DM would be happy to answer if he knew off the top of his head. It's no, there was actually. Hang on, I can actually find this.
Jerk.
Go ahead and roll insight.
No, it's yeah. Let the DM.
Oh,
if only the insight would give me a direct link to.
Yeah.
It was one of her trips to the Sword Coast. Because Uther was the one. I mean, he's the commander of the king's garrison. He found her corpse on a small island where she had been known to meet with humans. It had been clear that she had been killed by small folk, and King Hekaton wept for days before threatening to unleash his vengeance upon the unsuspecting coastal territories. Uther couldn't calm his brother's rage, so he turned to Princess Sarissa, the king's youngest daughter, for help. And Sarissa shared her mother's affection for small folk and basically convinced her father to uncover the truth before lashing out at anyone he encountered. So Hekaton was swayed by his daughter's level-headedness and wisdom, and once his hurricane anger ran its course, he set out to learn how his wife met her end, but he wasn't heard from after that. Actually, her location somewhere on the Sword Coast, but that's not very specific. I'm assuming it's somewhere in the islands, near.
So how do they
What's
know that she died? How do they know that?
No, they
she
found her
died?
body. Yes, yes.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Hekaton himself, though, when he went out to find,
Who did it? So
yes,
who done
he
it?
disappeared and hadn't been heard from since.
Okay.
So anyway, yes, there was. It's not said, at least not in this location, which specific area it was, but it was in an area close to the Sword Coast and nowhere near. Yarder's in the middle of the.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And this symbol was found on her body?
I wonder if that could be a.
Yes, the token was found near her body, and Sarissa claims that, or thinks that it has it was dropped by one of her assassins, whoever that may be. And Mathuri is
And the Lord
stepping
does the
forward
Lord
and saying,
Alliance
Your
work out
Highness,
of
you should not
Waterdeep?
believe a single word of this. For all you know, that these are the ones that killed your mother and abducted your father.
And do we?
How do you know he was abducted?
Yeah. How do you know he was? Do you know he was abducted? We're trying to find him.
That sounds like inside information to me.
She doesn't immediately reply. And Sarissa turns to
Princess,
Mathuri and says,
was he abducted?
yes, what do you mean by abducted? How do you know that he was abducted? And she says, it's quite obvious.
No, it's not.
No, he's missing.
Well, why wasn't her body found? Or why wasn't his body found? The same as your mother's.
Maybe because he's a king of the cloud giants and can
Oh,
typically fend for himself.
storm giants.
Yeah, storm giants.
I say, may I ask how long ago it was that the Queen's body was found?
Let's see.
I say because until we spoke with the Oracle, we did not even know who the name of the Queen and the King.
I'm trying to think. It was
April 7th.
it was after
We
the
didn't know she
ordning.
was dead.
So sometime between when the ordning was shattered and when you guys kind of got involved.
hmm
I believe it's been like less than a month.
I say, Your Highness, I believe very many strange things are afoot here. When we encountered the fire giants at Ironschlag, we discovered that the Drow had sold a devastating weapon to the fire giant lord there. We feel this is, I feel that this is somehow related into the schemes that are taking place.
Yes, well, that has been a part of the trouble we've been trying to work with the giant lords in. If we can somehow unite the giants and stop this internecine bickering and fighting, I think it will lead to peace, not just reduce the friction between the different factions of giants, but also between the giants and the small folk who are caught in the middle of all this and most likely to suffer the largest side effects from it and the largest amount of damage.
That's why we're trying to help.
Because we have seen firsthand the destruction and the death of the small folk as a result of the destruction of the ordning.
Our cities are being destroyed, not only for food and resources, but many artifacts have been dug up, and the fire giants are like hoarding adamantine. Make it's
To make some
it's
sort of
just
gigantic weapon.
Someone is
correct.
manipulating
Yeah.
things.
Yes,
Someone is.
it would seem.
And maybe it's coming from inside.
From inside. You mean from here?
From within. Who knows? I mean, that's why we
Yes.
came here.
The small
Okay.
folk have no ability to influence any of giant kind in that manner. We have no power like that.
Make a group persuasion check. So basically, everyone make a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
That's my worst. Oh no,
Jesus.
that's persuasion. 1.
Damn it! I already
We ain't
used my.
persuading
Okay,
shit, boys.
I am taking my
Yeah, please.
inspiration. At least 14 is better than a 1.
Damn, I used
Yeah,
mine
me
already.
too.
Don, is yours the 11 or was that from
Yes,
before?
it's the 11. It's the 11.
Okay. Okay. She says, but what, who could have, who would be assisting, who would be working against us?
I say, Your Highness.
Just say it. I say just say it.
I say, do you trust your siblings?
My siblings. Well, Mirren and Nim are perhaps not the finest of temperament, and I know that they harbor great resentment towards me for being chosen by my father to be next in line in succession. But they have not openly rebelled. They would never do something to compromise the safety of all giant kind.
Perhaps that was not their intent, but perhaps things have have evolved beyond their control.
Right.
And Uther
I'm
says,
not.
they, Your Highness, your sisters have definitely harbored ill feelings towards you. But I would concur that I do not feel that they would openly conspire against you.
Unless they're not who they appear to be. We have seen shape-shifting going on in our adventures.
Shape-shifting.
Yes.
Yes, the blue dragon we saw who went into the temple turned into a storm giant in order to
Access
Attempt
the
to
Access
word.
the
access the oracle, yes.
Also, in that remember all those giants that pretended to be the other people in that citadel or whatever.
Oh, you mean the cloud giants who were like cats
Yeah.
or whatever?
Right, Tressums. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the
that too.
yeah, those would have been the laughing ones. The cloud giants are known for
Right.
infiltration and spy work,
Yes.
and that was their type.
Yeah.
So you're saying that this may be some kind of collusion between the cloud giants and this blue dragon?
We have no idea.
We have no idea, just other than to reinforce that we have seen shape shifting of, and so it you can't always believe that who you're talking to is really who they say they are.
And Sarissa stands up from the throne and starts pacing back and forth, saying, "This is. But who could it be? Who? If it's my sisters, then I can't even start to think of how horrible that would be."
Who would benefit from the shattering of
Yeah.
the ordning and the
And your-
disappearance of your father, right? I mean, it's obvious people that are very powerful that are manipulating the situation. We happen to think that it's something to do with dragons because of this blue dragon shape shifting into a storm giant. But who could you think of?
What? Yeah.
Why would that be a thing? Why would that be a good thing? But what would
Yeah.
benefit
Who
them?
would
I
gain
guess.
from the discord between giants?
I don't know. I can't think of other than an enemy of the giants, of giant kind. No giant would ever conspire to this degree to bring down because this is
Well, that's what we're trying to
Well,
get
yeah,
to. Is
what-
that
what
you,
are
you
you-
might have giants in your council that might not be giants.
What if they're dragons?
and are there
or
giants-
What if they're
Are there giants who want to change the ordinance, their position within the
Ooh.
ordinance?
right?
and she says, well, it's I don't know that how would we find this out? She looks to Uther and Uther says, well, there might be something in the treasury that could tell that, but it would take some searching to find. I don't know. That's kind of outside my area of expertise.
So we got. It's like so if it how do you make somebody shape change back?
Well, true
dick.
sight.
No,
Well, true sight would reveal their form, right?
Oh, true sight.
Might, yep.
Yeah,
If that's illusory.
might or
Right.
yep.
yeah.
If it's magical, like dispel magic,
Detect
maybe,
magic.
Or detect magic.
But if it's a
Right,
natural
right.
ability,
Right.
That's
I don't.
true.
But if it's a spell power, sure. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd say Princess Sarissa, and I get down on one knee and I say, I do not speak for my companions, but I do speak for myself when I say that we put ourselves at your service in order to assist you in any way we can.
I hear Serenial say this, and I and I get down on one knee and say, I am with my compatriot.
Same here.
Okay, well, she looks at you guys, from one to the next and says, I want to thank you for the bravery that must have been required for you to risk everything that you've done to obtain these conches and to travel here to this secret place, which you've obviously been warned no small folk have ever done before, and to risk your lives to help us for no immediate gain of your own. That is why I believe you and why I trust you and why I feel that my belief in the small folk is not unfounded. If you would, I would ask a task of you. If you can find out more about this token, and she gestures again to the golden goose, and who was carrying it, what its link is to the death of my mother, and how it ties in, because that is the largest loose end that I cannot fathom.
Right.
I have
We will gladly perform this task if it is within our power to do so.
as if I've understood you right, you have gained access to this place before, and perhaps with that,
Yes.
you may be able to find out who the assassins were and what link, if any, they may have to the disappearance of my father.
We will do our best.
You have already the means to travel here. I can guide you to, or I can have my guards lead you to a location where you may transport out.
Thank you.
But in the
Do we
meantime,
have a way to contact her if we need to? Or do we just come back?
I mean, can we do that sending to her?
Well, I'm sure we could send her. Sure.
Right. So, I mean, let's get her permission to do that.
yeah, if you have magical means, sending spell would certainly work. As far as you're aware, I think it's,
Mm-hmm.
she knows you.
It's on the
yeah,
same
as long as she's
plane,
on the
right?
same plane. Maelstrom, while hidden, is not on a different plane. It is still.
It is. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
sweet.
So yes, we
Okay.
can do that. We will keep you apprised of anything that we find, Majesty.
Is there a teleportation circle here?
Ooh, that'd be something.
Yeah, the teleportation. Because the rune.
Because that.
Give me a second here.
Wow.
Try to find it. There is a meditation cave that will teleport you, and
Oh.
basically you just spend a short rest meditating inside the cave. Short rest is interrupted. Otherwise, the creature becomes aware of the cave's magical properties. Can use it as subscribed. Okay, and one creature can be attuned to the cave. The creature that tuned to the cave can ask. Okay, so basically, if you tune in the cave, you can meditate, and then you can cast basically the following spells with no material components: clairvoyance, identify, sending, or teleport.
Oh, nice.
Can I teleportation circle in anywhere? I guess is what I'm asking. Is there a teleportation circle?
Or do we have to use the conscience?
That I could
every
use
time?
it.
To
Spell.
enter Maelstrom, the conscious will always be needed, and you will always be
Okay.
transported to where you arrived.
Okay. That's all I wanted to ask her.
Yeah, the teleport thing. Yeah, again, it's you guys would all need to. Well, actually, teleport you can bring one person, I believe. No. You and up. Oh no, I'm sorry. Teleport instantly transports you and up to 8 willing creatures of your choice within range. Within range of you. Okay, yes. Destination must be. So it's not as risk-free as like a teleportation circle would be.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, Samuel, you know that, if you were to cast your teleportation circle, there's no chance for mishap or error.
Well, that's how we're gonna leave. I just wanted to know if that's how we could get back.
No, yeah, to enter
Conscious.
Maelstrom, again, yeah, you have to use the conch. But you guys have the conches, so unless you lose them,
Right.
then you're still okay. Then you just have to go kill more giant lords.
Oh darn!
Oh.
No.
Yeah, and about the giant lords, she's very impressed that you managed to convince them and win them over. She's going to get to the bottom of what was up with Harshnag and
Harshnag?
the axe. She says it sounds like Mirren may have gotten herself enmeshed in something.
I mean, he was a big help to us and basically set us on this path to help. with
I've heard
this.
I've heard legends of
So,
Harshnag, and again, while he is probably not as celebrated amongst giants kind as he should be, his renown amongst the small folk is unparalleled amongst giant kind. He has done so much of he has given up so much of his life in protecting and assisting the small folk, and they have revered him for it. That axe was a gift from from Waterdeep to him for his services, and it is considered a sacred relic. So,
and I think his status should be exalted with your kind as well.
he definitely, because of my affinity for the small folk and the way that he symbolized a tolerance and an ability to work with you and to forge a closer bond, for that reason alone, he shall be celebrated.
I mean, he trusted us to help fix this. That says a lot.
Indeed, it does. And we will find out the truth of this matter.
Yes, and I say, Majesty, please protect yourself while we are gone.
Yes, it's
We
beginning
wish to see no harm to come to you.
It's beginning to seem apparent to me that that is going to be necessary. Uther, thankfully, has never failed me, and he would, I think, gladly give his life to make sure that I was kept safe. And Uther grimly nods and puts his hand around his trident and says, "My corpse will lay at the bottom of the ocean trenches before any harm comes to Sarissa."
And what about her?
And what about her?
Is she not gonna lay down her life for you?
Who? Oh,
Myth-
are you?
Mitheri.
Oh,
The theory or whatever?
Mitheri says, my advice has kept her alive when many other lords would have fallen. I will continue to advise what is in her best interest.
But you wouldn't lay down your life for her?
Jesus.
I would, and I'm not even a giant.
She says, "Well, perhaps we can arrange that someday." And
Oh boy.
Bring it.
Oh, Jesus.
Sarissa says, "Perhaps it is best that you be
Enough.
on your way right now."
He grabbed Samro
Yeah, I
by the
think so.
scruff of the neck and yanked him out.
By
On
his
that
ear.
note-
Yes. my friend.
I
Yeah, so
egg him on. I think it's great.
Do it, do it, do it, do it. You should say more.
I'm just gonna wave to her
All right.
as we.
Let's
See you
exit
later.
and
Guess we're going to Yarder.
head to
Hard to
Yarder.
yarder. Yeah, are you guys, Samuel, are you going to use your teleportation circle to leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, get us
we'll go
closest.
straight to Yarder.
Okay.
right.
There is one
We're
in Yarder.
popular there. Remember, we wasted the sheriff.
Mhm.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how
yeah.
Samro got the giant slaying rapier.
Yeah, it wasn't, yeah,
Did
he
we do
wasn't, he was
that?
pretty corrupt. Yeah, I don't think he was like the
Whoopsie.
captain. Was he? He wasn't the captain of the guard. He was,
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was.
He
yeah,
was,
I have to
but he
go
was
refresh my
corrupt.
memory on that one. He was high up and he was definitely on, corrupted. So,
Hmm.
Right.
and from what you guys heard, it wasn't like a lot of people were,
Sad to
gnashing their
see him
teeth
go.
and wailing at the at the fact that he got taken out. So
Oh, and what was that water creature we tangled with? We were down in the water and we tangled with him and we didn't. It got away from us, but
Right.
now we might be able to kick its ass a little bit more if it's still there.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that was an
Anyway,
aboleth. that,
yeah.
was
Aboleth,
lurking in the
yes.
sewers beneath the Yarder quite a while ago.
Well,
Speaking of
let's,
which, where do you, well, you're gonna need to teleport to somewhere in the network. Excuse me. So
yeah, the
Yarder
outer.
has a
Yeah,
teleportation.
Yarder has.
yeah, so I was gonna
Yeah.
say
Yarder's
if
good.
you guys want to show
Straight
up
to Yarder.
Yep.
in that
We'll pop in
circle,
there. Yep.
then let's see. You guys are well. The marker was in Everland, but that's because your last known location. So you could appear. Use the teleportation circle to appear directly in Yarder then if you want to.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the plan.
All right. So, Samuel, if you go ahead and inscribe that, then the rest of the party joins you and you appear in the teleportation circle of the Harper's Network in Yarder. And I think that's as good a place as any to end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yay, we didn't
Yes.
die.
We didn't
I honestly was
die.
actually really
No.
worried about that, the way that encounter was
And
going.
we didn't and we didn't like kill any of them
Yeah,
either,
that's what I was.
so
I was gonna ask. Are you guys pulling your punches? And you're like, no. Okay, let's see how this goes. No, good job. So you guys have enlisted the aid of the Storm Giants, at least a good chunk of it. At least their leader, and
Yeah.
Right.
you now have some clues as to what could be going on, but you're not sure what the hell this golden goose has to do with anything. But
Okay.
Right.
We all
Yeah.
have to
Nice.
stop for Brown Trench Coat and do our investigation.
make sure you're geared up. Get your
Right.
And have one glass
Spy glasses.
eye. And if
Exactly.
you could just tell me who is around her.
Cool. All right, so we shall pick up
Right.
next time.
All right.
Thanks a
Thanks,
lot,
guys.
guys.
All
Great
right.
session.
Thanks,
Hi,
guys.
everybody.
Yep.
Happy New Year.
See ya.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
Yep.
Happy New Year.